Hello, everyone, and welcome to Newly Forged. I'm Jared, and with me are four of my glorious misfits. The fifth one is en route, just having a little bit of a hiccup, but Tanner will be here soon. But first off, in great and glorious news, Matt, you're back!
I'm back! I'm here!
Woo!
How do you D&D again?
Roll dice, don't die.
Yeah. Take a chance, roll the dice.
Roll the cookie clacks.
Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance on me.
I don't know the words to that one either.
Nope. Aside from that, I'm it. That's it.
Well, you know, if you don't know ABBA, what's the point of living?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I think he's coming.
Late entrance.
Fashionably late as
Here
always.
we go. We have him.
We don't have him.
He's almost here. We almost have Tanner. But great. Well, we have a Matt back with us after being married. So congratulations on getting hitched.
Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations, Matt!
Yeah. We already said congratulations, but you weren't here to hear it, so we're saying it again.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you again.
Congratulations.
If you were doing your homework, you'd know that, but you know.
I wanted to be surprised. Does anyone believe that?
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear
Sort
you.
of.
How is this sound quality compared to my other headset?
You are
Oh,
very
oh,
loud and very
wow.
echoey.
Okay, hold on.
We give this sound quality.
Gotta love
2
new
thumbs down.
technology. But hey, I've got it. Saying welcome back and congrats, as is Jurassic Park.
Thank
And
you.
Jurassic Park, big shout out for the new follow. Thanks for
yes.
following Jurassic.
I don't know who you are, but thank you.
Yeah. Jurassic Park is
best movie ever.
Yeah, you've got fans here.
Is that better?
The quality is better. Now you're just a little low on volume. as
How about
we
there?
as we troubleshoot live. I'm sorry, say again.
Is that better?
You sound far
Hello,
away.
hello, hello, hello.
I think we're getting there.
Slowly but surely?
Yep.
Better?
I would give it a barely adequate.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
I think it's okay. It does sound a little echoey, but we can try and tweak it as we go on.
Nah, I'll just switch back to my old headsets.
All
Maybe
right.
we'll go back to Amazon.
All right, fair enough. Well, try an upgrade. Anyway, so before we get started here in what's going to be a very exciting night, it is our 75th episode, everybody.
Woo woo.
Congratulations. You've all made it to episode 75, which when we started out, I didn't know what was going to happen. But hey, here we are.
Whoa. Okay, that's better.
Tanner.
And here
Tanner was upside
we
down.
have the glorious Tanner. Yeah, it has been a hot moment since we have had all of our friends here, all of our misfits. But it is good to see you all here. And before we get too started, we have to go through introductions and do all that stuff. So I'm going to need Matt to roll a D100.
It's your turn. We've all done it recently.
Yeah, you got to roll a D100, Matt.
Sorry, I was trying to show you that I was currently mid-pour. All right, D100.
We saw, we don't care.
Yeah.
I don't remember how to do that.
Over in the dice roller.
that how that
Yep,
works?
that is exactly how that works. So I need everyone. Actually, I need you to roll again because we've already done that one.
Okay. Well, I haven't done it. I'm just kidding.
That's okay.
What does the fudge
Wow.
button do? Can I hit fudge to see what happens?
Hey, 32, great. So
Don't count.
button.
you're fine.
Yeah, don't do it. It apparently rolls ones.
Yeah, you're good.
Negative one.
So let's go around and introduce ourselves, who you are, who your character is, what level class they're playing. And I would like you to answer the question for me. what is your character the most insecure about? So think about that. We're going to start up in this corner with Mike.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mike. I play Defect, Warforged Barbarian. And the thing he's most insecure about? Wow. Probably his singing voice
He has a
/
singing
speaking
voice?
voice. Well, see, that's the thing. He's very shy about it, and so it hasn't been
Aw.
shared yet.
I see.
No, but probably more like in situations being like that voice, to kind of push the group forward, to talk to some random NPC or whatever. Probably shy. He can fight, he can throw rocks. Talking to people, singing, not his strong suit.
Arm
Very
wrestling.
insecure about it.
Very cool.
Arm wrestling as well.
Arm wrestling too, yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, glorious. And then let's hop on down to Amber.
Hello, I am Amber. I play Greg, the Goblin Artificer. Definitely clothing, outfits, like fashion. Like, how do I present myself? Because I'm a goblin, but you gotta dress to impress. And there's like some people look really cool and they walk in and people just pay attention. And I don't know. How do you do that?
But you have that fabulous red blanket.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Is that the right thing? Is it too flashy? I think it's really good, but I don't really know. Clothing
Maybe
is
you
good.
need maybe you need my cloak, a billowing.
Oh, the billowing
There
cloak.
you go.
Oh, you
Maybe
need
that
to
would help.
you need to use that more.
I know, I was just thinking that too.
Do I know about this? Probably not.
Probably not. Defect
No.
has a perpetually billowing cloak now.
Well, it takes a
because-
bonus action to billow dramatically in any direction.
Oh, there you
Mhm.
go. Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
it's
sure.
my
I'm
look.
not-
What's my look? I don't know. How do people see me?
Fair enough. All right, moving on then to Sarah.
Hey, that's me. Hey, I'm Sarah, and I play Olive, the half-orc moon druid. And I would say that, like, historically, Olive has been most insecure about being useful to the group, although the past several days of flying have definitely alleviated that a great deal. But yeah.
Cool. And hopping over to Tanner.
Do you want me to say anything? Or
Because we haven't really gotten there yet, you can say your name and leave the rest to surprise if you are that inclined, or if you want to spill the beans.
No.
Okay.
I'm Tanner and I'm playing Nereus. Now you got me messing up my own name.
It's a new name.
Yeah. And there are insecurities abound.
Nice. And up in the top,
And under
Last-
that mask is
God,
It's Tanner putting all of his personal problems into his character backstory.
and that damn lighthouse keeper again. And last but most certainly not the least, up in this corner, this one over here, we got Matt.
hello. I'm back, and I'm still playing Spoot, and he's still a knowledge cleric. He's now level 5. No, that's not how that works. He has 5th level spells. I don't know what level I am.
You're level 9 like
9.
everybody else.
I'm level 9. That's amazing. That's really cool. Yeah, what is Spoot most insecure about? Probably his weight, considering how often it's brought up. No, I'm joking.
You are a healthy sized turtle, I'll have you know.
I'm average, okay?
Listen, we
still
put in
too
a
heavy
lot
for
of
you to
steps.
carry.
There's no way you're just average.
Got really, really strong thighs.
Yeah.
No, I think Spoot's insecurities are probably much like my own personal. I understand Tanner on this. Is his decision making. and trusting his choices, which he's getting better at, I think.
Fair enough. And I am Jared. I am the Dungeon Master here on Nuuli Forged. I play everything and everyone else that is not these 5 crazy people. And with that being said, let's dive right in to last time on Nuuli Forged. Our heroes defeated a young white dragon and finally completed crossing the Threat Spire Mountains. They arrived at the outskirts of a strange forest of ever-burning trees known as the Grove of Embering Elms. A steady drizzle of rain having no effect on the fires, they found that the burning trees formed a hard line against normal ones. Animals, birds, and thriving underground to the south, and nothing but ash to the north of that line. Olive, as an eagle, saw with her keen eyes a few notable places. Firstly, a strange complex of buildings that upon further investigation seemed to be built in odd shapes with no real rhyme or reason to them, but did seem inhabited by ashy or fiery kind of humanoid forms of various sizes. The second was an extremely large tree that seemed to be broken off midway up, just kind of sticking up and rising out of the forest. However, the party opted to travel via the non-burning woods and found a small hunter's cabin to hold up in overnight, with the rain coming down harder and harder as time progressed. The next morning, Adis made a difficult choice and chose that moment to depart. His word to keep the group safe, to get the group safely over the mountains fulfilled, he longed to return to his husband Kaelin to start making up for the 20 years that they had already lost together. Leaving the latch blade with Olive in the hopes that the magics within it would still open to the blood vial in Fey Harbor, Adis stepped through the portal into his and Kaelin's apartment, and the party was down a founding member. Reflecting for a moment, the remaining 4 members, Defect, Grig, Olive, and the sprite Paduk, went off in search of the broken tree. And Olive and Defect transforming via polymorph and beast shape into giant eagles yet again. However, before they got too far, Olive spotted 2 humanoid figures making their way towards the cabin that they had spent the night in. One of these figures seemed to be a turtle, which piqued curiosity. Choosing to investigate these 2 instead of to continue on, they followed them back to the cabin where the turtle went inside, and the human remained out, staring up into the rain. Revealing themselves, the party called out as the familiar face of Spoot emerged from the cabin. And that is where we are going to pick up. We're going to retcon about 2 seconds here and go back, and Spoot, you hear your name called out you hear your name called out from the woods. You hear, "Hey, Spoot."
Open the door and fire a guiding bolt at the first thing I see.
It's gonna
Just
be a
kidding.
tiny blurry red body going, "How the fuck did you get here?" Flying at you.
Okay, so I'm in the cabin. I hear my name called. So
Yes,
I'm
and you have been traveling with this human Nereus all morning since he tripped over you a little while ago. And
That's hilarious, actually.
yeah,
Okay, I would like to imagine that I know that it wasn't Nereus's voice.
no, it was a very familiar voice of Olive.
I will excitedly go outside to say, "Olive, is that?" And then I see everybody, I guess. Well,
Yes, you see before you in the woods with Nereus in between you. You see the back of Nereus down off the porch, and then in the tree line of the woods, you see the unmistakable form of Defect, who has by his side, as always, the irascible form of Grig, and the sturdy form of Olive, and flying next to Olive's head, you see a tiny little sprite, but no sign of Adis.
I'm gonna very excitedly say each one of their names when I notice them, and hold up my arms, and then be like, "I don't know you, but hey, wait a minute, where?"
Hi, I'm Paduk. I've heard about you.
What are you doing? How did you get here? Who the fuck is this guy? You just missed Adis. Adis left. He's a jerk.
I was just about to ask where Adis was. I was hoping he was scouting ahead or something.
Mushy stuff. It's stupid.
Now we sent
Very
him home
stupid.
this morning.
He went home to his husband, didn't he?
Ugh.
They're gonna buy us a house though,
Ugh.
and plant a big tree.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Never mind how I got here. How did y'all get here?
No, how did you get here? It's a
What's-
long, boring story. You can read about it in this book I've got in my bag.
Oh, exciting. Well, I took notes too. Maybe we should just swap journals at the camp tonight.
We flew here. How the heck did you get here?
I walked.
That's a lot of walk.
Part of the way, I did teleport for an indiscernible distance and ended up in a little town called Winton. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah, we skipped that.
Yes.
And
King
just
Cosmazi gifting out a sub to Carely the Druid.
woo.
Thanks, King.
And I
Ellie
don't
says thank you from beyond the grave.
Oh.
too soon. Just
Gone but not forgotten.
still getting them subs.
Yep.
Where was I? Oh, yeah, I don't quite. It's hard to explain what quite led me in this direction, but I caught up with a caravan and traveled this way until they parted, and this gentleman here tripped over me as I was sleeping outside of the forest. I don't actually know them.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm Nereus, and I ran away from Winton.
Based on what I've heard of Winton, that's understandable, but
Oh, I had a lovely time.
Who are you running from?
It's a funny story, but some people want me for gods know what. Something. It's more or less like a small cult, I think.
You think?
Would we know anything about a cult, Jared?
Make a
From-
religion check.
Yes, please.
Well, I'm not going to bother with that.
Yeah, religion.
Religion should be wisdom. Change my mind.
If it was, then I would.
Look, I'm not going to argue with what knowledge is what.
Yeah, I rolled a 4, so.
I rolled a 20.
Defect, this concept of religion is something you've never really understood, so you don't really pay much attention to it. Greg, having grown up in Winton, like, as far as you know, like, you're like, I don't know what Greg's viewpoint on religion is, but you kind of figure most of them are cults anyway, so just like a cult doesn't really narrow it down. There are a lot. There are some that are allowed, some that are not, some that are like hush hush, and some that do bad things, and some that claim they do good things, but you know, God stuff, weird.
Gotcha.
Good
So
roll.
Who
which
gets his
cult?
powers from gods? That's about it.
Which are somehow wisdom based, but religion is not.
Yeah.
Which cult? I mean, there are lots of them.
The anti-god.
The what? What?
The anti-gold?
Anti-god.
Oh,
Anti-god. Is there only one of those?
No, there's a bunch.
A bunch of anti-gods.
No, a bunch of gods.
Oh, well, yeah. People talk about them all the time. But there's only one anti-god.
I mean, it's a group of people. I don't know who the leader necessarily is.
What did you do? Is this
I
one of
was-
those up people up in basements cults?
I was born. I think.
You were
That is the standard
born?
way to come into the world and given to understand.
Well, my parents found me on a shore. And do you want to go in from the rain?
Nope.
I like it, but
Stubborn to a fault.
how far away is Greg from me?
About 15 feet.
All right. I'm just gonna whip my hand up in the air for a moment, and it's just gonna stop raining within a 20-foot radius sphere around Nereus.
Yeah.
Arcana check?
Yeah,
Any way
It
to
just,
know-
you
it
all
just,
see
like,
the
hits like an
rain.
umbrella, and it just kind of.
Yeah, the rain starts sliding over an invisible dome just down around, and the area immediately within a 20-foot radius of Nereus is not raining anymore. The rain is being diverted.
Very cool. Is there anything, could I roll an Arcana check or something to see what school that might be?
Yeah, sure. You can make an Arcana check on that.
Me too.
Yep.
I'm going to try to give myself guidance because I know this is not going to go well. The guidance doesn't really matter, so just
Cool.
pretend I didn't say
Yeah, neither of you have ever seen any kind of spell that allows someone to do that before.
Well, that's pretty handy.
Did you get that power by cutting someone up in a basement?
No.
Cute.
Okay, that's pretty cool. But seriously, who are you and what are you doing here? Do you work for Bodo? Do you know a Goliath? Are you a douchebag?
I have a brother who's a Goliath. I don't think I'm a douchebag. And what's a Bodo?
Did you happen to fight the Dragonborn champion while you were in Winton?
No, as soon as I got there, I was promptly chased out of town by the cultists.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. You're not even from there? You just, like, were there?
I stopped there after traveling through Sewell. Is that what it says? Yeah. I'm like trying to look on the map. I took a boat out of Sewell and took it to Winton.
And then you just, like, got chased out. What did you do? I mean, like, you know, it's not a very friendly place. Most people just want to leave. But it's kind of doesn't happen often that you become a wanted person just by being there.
I don't know.
You do get murdered just by being there, but that's a little different.
Whoa.
I count myself lucky then.
It's a rough place.
Where are you headed?
Same thing. I don't know. Kind of wherever the winds tell me.
Why are you following Spoot then?
I tripped over him, and I just had a feeling that I was supposed to go with him.
You seem nice enough.
And what are you feeling now?
Thank you. Uncomfortable?
Perhaps I should introduce my friends here. This is Greg, who you have been speaking with. The tall one over there is Defect, and this is Olive. And I don't really know Paduk here.
Hi,
Oh, this is
I'm
Paduk. This is
Paduk.
Frey.
Hi.
He came from the Verdentious Causeway with us.
A friend of Olive's
Adorable.
is a friend of mine, so
Thanks.
we used to travel together and were separated for a little time. So this is, you know, there must be some meaning to why we all were able to meet here in this area.
Spoot, you notice that there is a small emblem, like a little symbol that Paduk is wearing around his neck. It appears to be a little, like, carved unicorn head.
I feel like I should know what that means.
You can make a religion check over it.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
17.
Yeah. You know that this is a symbol of the deep forest mother, Alana, the goddess of unicorns and deep natural forests. Similar to Melora, but much more like ancient deep forest as opposed to like coastal environments.
Is that a symbol of Alana that I see there, Paduk?
Yes, she's my mistress.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What time of day is it?
It is mid-morning. It's like
Okay.
11, kind of.
Okay.
We were just setting off to on our quest for the day when we saw y'all and figured we should circle back and collect at least Spoot. Since he is recognizable from a distance, and we were quite a ways up.
That's fair.
But
What is
We slept
Uh,
last night in this cabin. It was pretty comfy.
It looks nice.
What does Nereus look like? Like, what is he wearing? What's his hairstyle?
He's
Does he
wearing
have
a t-shirt
eyeliner?
blue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
does he have
No.
eyeliner?
Yeah, Nereus, go ahead. Describe yourself.
So Nereus has like kind of short brown hair, shorter on the sides. He's about like 5'7". He's on the shorter side. Kind of like more scrawny looking. He has this kind of like biggish jacket on. That it's stays immaculately clean somehow. And then he has like a hooded scarf that kind of just wraps around the top parts of his shoulders. That's like a turquoise color, as well as like a kind of like an Egyptian waist wrap that goes down to like about mid thigh, and then like Roman caligae
Hmm.
sandals.
I think Greg might be able to take some fashion advice from Nereus.
There you go. Although I question the appropriateness of sandals for the current weather. Or the environs we're about to walk into, which is on
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, it's about that.
Eh. I mean, I've mostly been on the seas most of my life, so this has been appropriate footwear.
Fair.
But I mean, I'm fairly adaptable to wherever I go.
Well, we're on an errand. We're running an errand for oh god, some elf whose name I've forgotten. And that's going to take us into the Forest of Fire over there. Which is where we were headed until we saw you. I don't know. How do y'all feel about taking a little time here? Or do we want to push on, or do we want to stop here? I've got all these things I need to attune to that Ada's kind of threw at me as he ran through the portal. So I've got things I could do if we sit here, but none of them seem to be urgent.
Well, does Nereus want to join us?
I mean, I was headed somewhat this way anyway. I mean,
Do we want Nereus to
It is
join
at
us?
this moment where the storm that's been raining over all of you this whole time suddenly just kind of dissipates and is gone.
It's never a storm handy when I want one.
Was that you, Olive?
This one was not, no.
oh, you make storms.
Only when I need to.
That sounds nice. I prefer them.
The last one was when we saw that white dragon, then it nearly crushed me. So
Did you say you spent
That
a lot of time
sounds
on the sea?
Fun. Yeah.
And you prefer the storms, huh?
Yes.
Interesting. I'm more of the calm, tranquil water type myself, I think.
Let's just
Like-
skip the water part.
I don't have a problem with water, but I don't tend to spend a lot of time in it, actually, now that I think about it.
Well, this is kind of the opposite of water, and he'll just like point at the fire.
Yeah, I don't usually spend a lot of time in burning forests either.
well,
I don't think
Yeah.
many people do.
Yeah, you
Well,
can
this-
easily see the line of like embering trees 200 or so feet away.
well, I talked to a tree this morning, and it told me that it's been on fire continuously for many, many years now, although it
That would
remembers a time
bad.
before the fire. And then I was accidentally sadistic to it. So,
What?
I put a hand on Olive's shoulders. Like, you don't need to mention that part.
I
Oh, that
don't.
was so great.
You should have stopped before that.
Spoot's like I
Oh,
need.
God.
There are lots of questions I have. I don't know if I'm going to touch that one.
it turns out trees don't drink whiskey.
Especially
You
when they're
brought-
on fire.
Put whiskey on a fire.
Spoot just stares off.
Yeah, the defect just kind of ticks at the ground a little bit.
Olive just kind of
Shy bunch.
So in this moment of social awkwardness, the storm clears off very quickly, leaving like bright, cloudy still, but bright sunlight. But the need for like necessary like coverings and stuff kind of goes away. You can get out of rain gear. So it's up to you what you want to do. You can spend
And
some
take
time
off
in the cabin.
jacket.
Cool. What are you wearing under the jacket?
Nothing. I'm a streaker.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just
More
the
obvious.
You
hooded
can
scarf.
join the party. Well,
Yeah, right. No, it's just the hooded scarf and the waist wrap. There's no other real clothing.
Cool.
I think
When this happens, Nereus removes his jacket and kind of folds it over his arm. All of you see these strange symbols on Adis's skin.
Adis.
Sorry, on Nereus.
I knew it was Adis.
On
That's what I meant when I was like,
old habits die hard. I'm sorry. On Nereus's skin, there are all these weird shaped symbols. And I think Olive.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do I know anything about these symbols?
You can make an Arcana check, but I think
I have to? Nah, apparently I don't.
actually Spoot and Olive. Nope, just Spoot. I was looking at your past perceptions. Spoot, you notice that these symbols on his skin are slowly moving around.
I didn't notice. I want to ask.
No, it's very slow, and only Spoot's passive perception was high enough to notice.
Oh, we're gonna really miss Adis pretty soon if I'm the highest passive perception.
I'm going back to being an eagle. My perception was way better.
Just take observant. That's all you got to do.
Uh-huh.
That's a good note, actually.
Yeah.
What do you see, Spoot?
I'm gonna squint the hell
Oh, it's
out
like
of it.
like uncomfortably close.
Hang on, let me bounce back into the eagle for a second.
I think they're moving.
What do your turtle eyes see?
I
Nothing.
spy with my turtle eye.
I see the ground. So okay, I noticed this in. Sure.
And
think
actually, Spoot, you are behind Nereus as well. You
So you're looking
see,
at his back.
yeah. So not only do you see these things kind of slowly moving like around his side, but on his back, underneath from where the scarf like hangs, you see a massive kind of black, purple, and blue kind of weirdly shaped tattoo.
Weirdly shaped like symbol.
No, it's not a symbol. It's just hard to kind of fathom what it is.
Does it look like it could be like a wound of some kind?
No, it doesn't look like it's a leftover wound. It just looks like a tattoo. But it's
Okay.
very otherworldly and weird looking.
Nereus, I hope you don't mind me saying, you've got some pretty interesting things happening on your back and side here. I'm sure you're aware that they move slightly. I thought there was something crawling on you at first.
No, they do that. Yeah, I've had them for a long time.
Do you know anything about them?
They help protect me. That's about it.
That could come in handy around here, I think.
Hopefully not too handy.
Oh no, if you're spending any time with us, it will.
Oh, this should be fun.
Yeah, I hope you don't take that as we're trying to get rid of you or anything. You're welcome to travel with us. It's just sometimes we do have a way of poking our nose into trouble.
Well, this one doesn't seem too fond of me. It just like looks at Greg.
They are understandably skeptical of newcomers.
I mean, that's fair. But
You
Greg,
have
would
an-
you like me to come along or no?
What do you do?
Lots of things. I sing, I dance, I
Not
cook.
useful. Not useful. Okay.
What's your perception? I'm just kidding.
Perception,
How
what's
good are
that?
you at finding paths? Keeping track of maps?
No.
Getting
Uh,
animals.
No.
Killing things.
Killing things pretty great at, actually.
What
can
have
also
you killed?
We killed a dragon.
Lots of
Yesterday.
lots of cultists.
So is that why you're wanted?
No, they tried to do something to me. I don't know what it was. I didn't ask.
Does it have anything to do with that tattoo on your back?
I have no idea. I didn't ask many questions. They just tried to get me to join them. And I got a bad feeling. They didn't want me to leave.
Well,
I left.
I can say that as long as you're traveling with us, if anyone happens upon you that is looking to do you harm, we will do our best to protect you. Provided that you...
He means kill them.
Well, no, but not necessarily. But provided that you don't mind helping us if we get into trouble.
I mean, I would never ask you to go out of your way for me like that, but I can certainly help you guys. I mean, I'm headed at least in the same direction as far as I'm aware.
Why is it only as far as you're aware? Why would you have to go through the woods? I mean, we know why we're going through the burning woods, but that's kind of a random direction to just feel like you should go.
I sometimes hear voices in the wind and they tell me a direction, and I just keep going until said otherwise.
Just voices.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I have dreams.
What do you dream of, if you don't mind me prying?
Just sometimes flashes of locations or like shadowy indistinct things, but things I keep my eyes out for. They've always kind of somewhat come true.
Never any figures or bodies, beings of any kind?
Jared?
Nope.
No.
Oh, interesting. Well, you should be in good company, at least for a little bit, as far as you know. We tend to like to travel as well.
Alright.
Defect will step forward and put out his hand to shake Nereus's hand. Welcome to Griggs Misfits.
Not
Hope you
Adis.
survived the experience.
Not Edith. You are an eclectic bunch.
Yes, this
If you make it a
massive,
month with us,
this
you get a
massive
t-shirt.
stone and wood and metal hand just kind of like reaches out to shake yours.
I'll shake it.
I crush it a little bit. I give it a good squeeze. Kind of test his strength against mine.
Not very strong, but you don't see him flinch in the slightest.
Is that true, Jared? Is that true?
Yeah. When you
Okay.
take your hand away, Defect, you notice that one of the symbols on his skin has moved to cover his hand.
That's a little bit weird.
Yeah,
What just happened there?
I get used to it. I tend to not notice it. It just when something tries to hit me, they try to move and protect me.
Your tattoos are sentient?
I don't. It's magic.
I don't know if Defect
I-
would know that word, but
It's a big word for defect.
yeah. it's-
Yeah, tattoo is a big word for defect.
Wow.
Those dirt smudges.
Can I actually did I already do this? Can I arcana check the magical tattoo?
Yeah, you can. Go for it.
I don't know if I did that already. I'm gonna give myself guidance because arcana checks are not my thing. Doesn't matter.
Check is none of our things.
Doesn't
Listen,
even-
hopefully
so
we're getting
with-
this all out now.
Look, with a 3, I'll tell you this. With a 3, you have heard of tattoos before. Like you know people, you know of some people who actually like do tattooing. Like it's not unpopular back in Mucklow. So with a 6, then when you add the guidance to it,
I was just curious, actually. I was like, if that's where we started. What does an extra 3 give me?
I mean, if walking sticks and batons can be magical, why couldn't a tattoo?
That's very true. When I'm back in Mucklow, I'll have to ask them if the tattoos move. Yeah, this could be a problem. Least of all the cleric. Sorry, she asked
So-
why we were
I
not
think Greg's
proficient,
proficient
in
in
Arcana.
Arcana.
Nah, none of us are.
Good thing you're not in a world that's just recovering from a magical apocalypse, is it?
Yeah, when is it too late to add proficiencies? Now? Probably now.
Actually, there is a mechanic in Tasha's for trading out proficiencies, which we can talk about later if you are interested in doing that.
Well, once upon a time, if Adis had still been in the party, I would have traded survival since we were tripled up on that. But
Yeah, but now we might need it. Olive is gonna listen to Nereus talk for a while, dismiss him, and go and talk to Spoot. Be like, "Hey, Spoot, let me tell you what we've been doing since we last saw you."
please, I have so many questions.
So, you left us in the Verdenton Glen, and we
I
went
know.
and we met this elf who is in this enormous tree. It's like an entire city in a tree, and it was super cool.
Oh, that's fascinating. Did you
Uh-huh.
sketch any? What
Nah, they
did it
were
look
all-
like?
Well, it looked like we were inside of a tree. Like all the hallways were like branch shaped, and it was super cool and super weird. And I don't know how I could have drawn it or anything. Also, I don't really draw.
Sorry, I guess that's just my thing. I got so excited I wanted to see what it looked like.
But he was pretty cool, and he had some like history things, and he gave us all this history of the shards that we've been looking for. So we have
Amazing.
all this history, and we sold Grig's soul to him, and now they have to. Wow, pronouns not working.
Just go through all of them; you'll get them eventually.
Actually, the right one. He, she, they, it. Have to be like write in a journal so that
They,
they don't
it's they.
so that the elf doesn't come and kill them.
Well, it's more like I just sort of feel really sick and then eventually will die and atrophy if I
What-
don't tell the book what's going on. And then I think at some point there's if we don't return it to him, I also will just atrophy and die.
I'm sorry. Olive said we, like collectively, the party decided to sell your soul.
Well,
I mean, it just seemed like the right idea at the time.
Spoot stares off into space again.
Mostly I just I'm the one that took the book.
I mean, that's okay.
I don't know.
We'll journal together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it possible to see this history that he gave?
I don't
you?
know. Is it? I don't ever look at the back pages. I just open
Is
it
it
up. and
in
start
this?
talking.
It's all in this journal.
I mean, everything.
You open the book and it is blank except for what Grig has entered into it.
I don't know if you had a fair deal in all of this. I don't see anything in here except what appears to be Grig's handwriting.
Yeah. No, I don't actually write. I
Yeah,
just say
no,
words.
it writes itself.
yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, no, this is not where we refer to information. No, he told us some stuff, and we sort of wrote some stuff down, and somebody probably
Oh,
remembers
it was all okay. It was all oral.
But the
Sorry.
the payment is that I have to yammer at this book every night or die.
I
Because
said,
he really wants to know about history stuff, which is fine, I guess. It's
I
useful
mean, I
'cause
could-
then when we need to find treasure, we can ask him. So
I mean, I can respect the thirst for history.
also, I don't know what I was gonna say. Something
I was
weird.
like that dramatic
Amber
pause.
lost her train of thought.
So then we spent some quality time at a lake, and we thought about bringing you some eels, but we didn't think they would keep.
That's fair. But thank you
Yeah.
for thinking
But
of
there were a
why'd
lot of
you
eels.
leave?
What?
Why'd you disappear? You just left. That was also sort of not cool. I'm really glad to see you, especially because Adis left, and so now I get to be distracted, but from being angry at Adis by being happy that you're here. But I'm a little angry at you too.
I understand. That is completely fair. It is a bit difficult to explain, and it certainly was not an easy decision. I hope you believe me when I say that, but
I didn't think it was that easy to walk away from the Verdenton Glen. Like, they watched us like fucking hawks when we left.
Well, I never quite made it in, did I? I received a vision from Farlane, and he tasked me with a very important quest, one that he didn't really give details on, just that I needed to follow immediately, and that the safety of not only the party, but perhaps Nuuli, hinged upon something that I was able to discover in this quest. So I know that's not much to go on, and I really wanted to stay at least till the morning to tell everyone in person. But he started. I saw him literally on the road ahead walking, and I was afraid if I lost sight of him, then I wouldn't know where to go. So
That's at least more interesting than mushy stuff. Okay. Did you find the thing? Is it powerful?
I think I found the thing. It's mostly knowledge and some information. There's a lot to say about my journey as well. I'm not sure I understand everything yet that I discovered, so it will take some time to mull over it. But I met on my journey another traveler who was with Farlane and told me that they were their purpose was to keep me safe on my journey.
That was nice of them.
Yes, they really did. They got me out of a tight spot, one that I might not have survived otherwise. And I learned that I'm not so good on my own. We traveled for a while in the direction that he helped guide me to, and discovered ancient ruins that had a lot of very interesting information in it about an ancient people that were studying the shards. And unfortunately, we were visited by an old acquaintance of ours. I don't know
Was
if
it
you'll remember.
Bobo?
No, it was perhaps worse than Bobo. Bodo.
Bobo.
Whatever.
I don't know if you remember the skeletal snake that we stumbled upon
Oh yeah.
time ago.
That thing.
No, I don't
Oh,
remember that at
ooh.
all. Just
Creepy.
kidding.
Did you
I remember because I wasn't knocked out when that happened.
Yeah.
I think everyone else was knocked out.
What?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, yes, this would have been before Olive was with us.
That's true.
Yes, this terrifying entity that looked like a skeletal snake and called itself, I'm forgetting its name now, but maybe the
Shuzatsa.
DM will help me. That's Shuzatsa. Was about to wipe out all of us. I've been looking at Olive at this point as a party, and asked for a very specific trinket that I had on my person that was given to me a long time ago. In order to try to what is the word? To like appease this thing and keep us from all dying, I gave it away, and then it left. Well, it turns out it's apparently looking for the same information that I was sent looking for, and it was in this ruins. Thankfully, not aware of our presence. We were just able to escape some ancient back door in the ruins that teleported us into the basement of a tavern in Winton. And from there, I just continued to follow Farlane's guidance and wound up here at this cabin. Needless
We
to say,
kill it.
God
We-
stuff is weird.
It is weird. We killed a sea serpent, and I was a really badass shark for a while.
I
And
do
that was
remember
beautiful.
checking in with Defek, and he responded that you were on a boat somewhere. I was a little jealous of that too. I think I enjoy boats.
Yeah, I was a really badass shark several times
Very
for
cool.
very short time periods.
Something about another dragon?
Oh yeah, that was yesterday.
That was. Oh, you say it so nonchalantly. Oh yeah, dragon. Yesterday.
It was. This is Tanner. It was a baby dragon.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
a wee.
We don't
thing
mention
that-
that as a baby dragon. We just say
Okay.
it's a dragon.
It's
was
a dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
A
it's
dragon's
still
a
a dragon.
dragon.
Yeah, despite its age.
Yeah.
That's right.
It failed every saving throw. It was so funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't make
Oh,
didn't make a
don't
single
worry.
damn one.
Poor little baby dragon.
Yeah.
We toasted it a few times, and then it tried to fall on me.
Was this like its first battle encounter, and it just
I
got
think
overexcited?
so.
Yeah,
I think so.
as it turns out.
And then we were slightly scared that Mama Dragon was gonna come out when he didn't make curfew.
Oh God. So
Yeah.
tell me now, what is your journey?
Our journey, we are headed into the
Oh, right. Sorry.
Oh,
Or is it Nereus?
Nereus is like
Oh, your journey.
like 10 feet away from you guys because y'all all clustered together, and he just is standing there.
I might have been talking a little loudly about my research of the shards for the nearest, but I was pretty excited to tell Olive.
Mm-hmm. We're going into the burning place to find some stuff. The end.
Okay.
We think it might be in the tree.
I was
What
kind of
tree?
hoping I wouldn't have to go in there, but
Does your umbrella thing work on fire?
No.
That's
it's an
dumb.
umbrella.
Can you? Spoot, you can't fly, can you?
Are you? Wait, who did you ask?
You?
No.
What?
Nah, I don't
Are
think
you
so.
a flying Koopa Troopa?
Maybe if you spun me really fast.
You need to paint his shell blue, and then
Right. You drove into me with some sort of mechanized go-kart thing.
Not that. Hold on, PTSD flashback.
All right.
Where's that
My
coming
real
from?
question was, am I the only one who can polymorph?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
What?
Gasp.
You mean
So-
change people or animals into other things, right?
I do,
Yeah, I can do that.
because defect is too heavy for me to carry, so I've been turning him into an eagle every day so that we can fly.
That sounds really small, though.
No, a giant eagle.
Show me.
Let's have a druid off. I've only used one of my wild shapes. I will wild shape myself into a giant eagle. Because I can reset that on a short rest, whereas the polymorph, I need a long rest to reset.
Sure.
So, boop, Olive's an eagle.
Yeah,
Okay.
you watch as her arms extend and become feathered wings, and her body folds up, and she becomes a giant eagle.
That's a big bird.
I will screech at him in giant eagle.
You do so.
Ouch.
She's still a little talkative even in this form.
I hope not so close to my ear next time, but sure. Yeah, I think I can do that. Are we going now or later?
I don't really know what's happening. Are you?
I don't know either.
Both
Alright.
gonna transform? I mean, you asked her to show you, and she did.
Yep. So, I drop it. I say, all right, so now I need to take a nap before we can do this. Because I can't transform anyone else while I'm an eagle. So,
Okay.
What time is
now
it
we
again?
take a nap.
It's like midday.
Like midday.
It's a little before
Yes, like-
midday.
Time is irrelevant. I'm napping now.
Having a little bit of a siesta. And which is convenient because I also have a thing I need to attune, so I can use it tomorrow.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, if you want to sit down, I guess I'm at y'all's whims.
I mean, you can do whatever you want, honestly.
I mean, if
Um,
if you prefer flying, I guess, because I don't know if that bird can necessarily carry either you two.
I mean, I will be honest. I have never flown before, and I'm not terribly sure I'm fond of the idea.
well, we can walk, but it will take a lot longer, and I'm a little uncertain about the air quality in that flaming forest.
That's fair. Also,
So
it looks
just
like there's
because you've been aloft and you would know this, you figured the tree, it was probably like an hour flight. So it's probably most of a day's travel to get there on foot. Maybe a little less, maybe half a day. And you've spent some time walking through the outskirts, and like you could breathe in there. It was just hot and a little ashy. It was uncomfortable, but not undoable.
Right. So yeah, so that is how we've been traveling lately. The catch is that I've been turning Defect into an eagle because he's too heavy for an eagle to carry. The eagle can only carry, I think, 240 pounds.
So I'd
So
have to
everyone-
change Spoot into an eagle.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the story, is that our big people need to be eagles.
I mean, it's okay, really. I can just walk. I don't even know how to be an eagle. Never been one.
It's kind of fun, and we can talk to each other when we're eagles. We can't talk to the humans, but we can talk to each other as eagles.
It's okay. I've got sending prepared.
I mean, I'm fine walking too. Do we want to walk? If you're really adverse to flying, I mean, I can walk with you still.
I think I prefer the walking. Yes.
It's going to take a lot longer.
Yeah.
I mean, we could try it, I suppose.
So are we short resting?
I would like to
Yes.
short rest one way or
Cool.
the other, as I would really like my wild shapes back.
I
Yeah.
think I need to pray before I eagle.
So you all take a short rest in the cabin on the porch, however you want to do it.
Can I attune to the latch blade while we are short resting?
Yes. Yeah.
Since that seems like a thing.
If anyone had an item they wanted to attune to, they could do that over this short rest.
Did Greg get any swag from Adis?
No, it's just Defect and
I don't
Olive.
think so. Yeah.
Who got his eyeliner?
No
Oh,
one. That's a secret that goes to the grave.
Yeah, that's what gave the +5 on perceptions.
That's what I was hoping to get. Can you imagine? Spoot, sombrero, raises, eyeliner, eagle eyes.
He tried to teach Greg.
So yeah, you are attuned to the latch blade, short rest,
Yep.
all the wild shapes back.
Yep.
What are you all gonna do?
Oh wait,
I'll attune to Cloud Cutter too. in the
Okay.
meantime.
Amber, you can undo the enchantment that you had on his bow, so you have another slot back.
That sounds like something Greg would do.
And
Give me
that. He gave you the glint figures.
I have the glint figures.
Oh, okay, so someone had them. Cool.
Unless
I didn't know what
I have
those are.
3 of them. Does everyone want one? But I ended up with the 3 glint figures
Yeah,
that I'm happy to share.
yeah, you can sort that all out in Discord.
But then, Amber, I put something in your inventory. In one of your character sheet in Roll20, I wrote stuff places.
Okay.
Cool. So, freshly attuned to your various weapons that you got from your friend Adis,
Mhm.
you are able to do the thing if that is what you want to do.
All right. Are we walking or are we flying?
I will try
Okay.
almost anything once.
Okay.
If this does
Uh,
not go well, I reserve the right to walk.
Well, if it's about an hour flying there, it means it's about an hour flying back. And after that, I'll need a short rest again. And I think after that, I only have one more,
Well, are we
One more
flying
spot.
back from the tree?
potentially,
Okay.
depending on what we find at the tree and how hard it is to breathe at the tree.
Fair.
I
I
don't think we're necessarily flying back so much as I feel like it's good to have that in reserve as an option.
right. Okay. Spoot, you ready?
Sure.
All right, polymorph.
What does it look like when you cast a polymorph spell, Nereus?
I don't know. Just copies the same thing Olive does because it's just the same.
Been doing this 4 times a day for the past week, so she just kind of like.
Yeah, same animal, so just following the same thing.
All right.
and
Cool. So yeah, these green energies kind of like float around Defect and transmorgify him into a giant eagle. Spoot, you are technically allowed a saving throw if you want to resist it, or you can choose to fail.
You bitch! Don't you dare!
Is it wisdom based?
It is actually.
It is.
No, I will fail. I did say I would try it once.
All right.
Cool.
So Nereus's energies are like the purples and dark blues of like a storm cloud, and swirl around you, and you feel your arms grow longer and wider, and your body slim down, and your shell pull into you, and feathers sprout out, and all of a sudden you're a giant eagle.
Before I change into an eagle, I'm going to say to Nereus. So, one of us will have to carry you. Defect's been carrying Grig. Makes no difference to me.
I don't really care.
All right. Boom! I'm an eagle too.
Cool.
It's too late for me to say this, but I squawk out that Olive should carry him because I don't know how to fly.
Sounds like a solid plan.
Well, you three can communicate.
Yeah,
'cause
the
you
giant
all
eagles
speak
all
giant
speak
eagle.
giant eagle,
Yeah.
so you can communicate.
So all of the eagles speak giant eagle, and we can understand common, but we can't speak it. So we can understand what they say to us, but we can't talk to them. So I'm going to Olive's going to encourage Spoot to flap his wings and try it out.
Spoot does.
Yeah, it's a little awkward at first, but you're able to beat your wings fast enough and take to the air. It's a little awkward, but it works.
All right.
Spoot is terrified, but he'll try not to show it.
Yeah, so as a note, Spoot, because you haven't played this game before, you you have a knowledge of your identity of Spoot and that these are your friends, but all of your physical and mental traits are that of a giant eagle. So you can look up a giant eagle on D&D Beyond and get all those stats and everything. But like, so you have that level of understanding as opposed to like Spoot's level of understanding of things.
So if I see a rabbit, chances are I'm gonna just take lunch.
It's not like that. Like you,
yeah.
You have a semblance of being Spoot.
Copy.
There you go.
But yeah.
That only kind of works, but
yeah.
Nice.
So,
cool.
there are three giant eagles.
Olive will gently scoop up Nereus in one claw.
Yep. Paduk flies over and flutters into Grig's blanket and just kind of holds on. Okay, let's do it.
He's gonna throw up.
He does that.
And the three eagles.
I'm going to squawk at Defect. Careful, Paduk gets airsick.
Spoot might get airsick too.
As an eagle.
I'm pretty sure turtles are not meant to fly.
So you are able to fly without any difficulty. There's no like heavy winds anymore or anything like that. And
Olive's going to squawk, follow me, and lead the way toward
Mhm.
the tree she saw earlier.
Yeah, easy enough to do. You fly up into the sky high enough to avoid most of the smoke. As you fly over this for the first time, Spoot and Nereus, you see below you a forest of elm trees that is constantly smoldering. Like the trees are smoking as though the trunks are on fire or have had embers placed inside of them. There is no sign of underbrush or animal life, just a slow, constant, steady rise of smoke and a little bit of haze and ash, but you're up above most of it, so it's not super dense where you are, being a couple 100 feet in the air. And with Olive leading the way, you easily see this massive tree that towers above the others that appears like broken in half and fallen back down. Like the broken half, it's like I don't know how to describe it other than like when you break something and like there's still a little bit that remains and then it's down. So it's like a jagged half of a spear sticking up into the air.
Okay.
But it is massive.
So it's missing the top part of the tree?
Yeah.
but it has the whole like kind of like the most of the trunk. It's just like the canopy area is gone.
No, the canopy area is gone, but so is part of the trunk.
How high up is the break?
The break is at like the tree level, or maybe a little bit above the tree level. It's
What
just
do you mean by the tree level? Like if I was
Surrounding trees.
the surrounding
someone-
trees.
okay, so someone standing on the ground can't look into it.
Right.
Great. And it took us about an hour to get here.
Well, like you haven't got there yet, but like this is just what these people see for their first time. Well, what you all see as you are flying through here. What's the passive perception of giant eagles? And
18.
Cool. And Nereus, what is your passive perception?
Oh, abysmal.
Okay, cool. So all the eagles,
What's it like to be mortal? I'm just kidding.
you occasionally, all the eagles occasionally do notice kind of humanoid shapes moving in the forest. Like, so you see movement, but it does not appear to be like animal. They appear humanoid.
And on fire.
Well, everything kind of has that smoky haziness, but you're pretty confident it's the same figures you saw yesterday, Olive. But towards the end of an hour, you feel you're pretty close to the tree. You're maybe you feel your spells beginning to pull, and you probably have a couple minutes left, and you're almost there. You're maybe like 1,000 feet short.
All right. Hey guys, you're gonna want to land safely and carefully in the next couple minutes.
How do you land?
Stop flying.
Feet first.
Extend the landing gear.
None of this helps.
There is an instinct inherent with polymorph. You know how to land.
Okay, good.
Olive is going to stay as an eagle.
All right, cool. So you land about 1,000 feet away from the tree.
Are we in the forest or like just breaking the grove?
There's
clearing?
a big clearing, right?
There is a big clearing surrounding the tree. You don't quite get to it.
Okay.
But can they find a safe place to land?
I mean, yeah, like you're gonna have to land in the Embering Elms, like because that's all there is around here. But yeah,
But like not hitting a tree on the way down.
yeah, that's fine. The trees are not like super dense. They don't have leaves anymore. Like the leaves have smoldered away, and the branches, any like flimsy branches, have fallen off. But the cores of the trees are alive. But it's easy enough to land safely.
Olive's going to she'll circle and she'll set Nereus down, and just before Defect and Spoot change back, she's going to squawk at them. I'm going to keep flying, but I'll wait for you all. If anyone wants a ride, I can carry the lightweight people.
Who are you calling a lightweight?
So Defect and Spoot become themselves again. You are on this ashy, kind of smoky ground. It's charred and ashy beneath your feet. All of you can feel the heat. It's easily like 90 degrees, so it's a little uncomfortable, but it's not like oppressive. It's just all ambient warmth.
Hate this.
And it is, yeah, a little smoky, but like you put a scarf or something up and that takes care of any like coughing problems you might have. And Olive says she's gonna stay an eagle.
Which way is the tree?
Olive is going to kind of gesture in that general direction, in the correct direction.
Okay.
Go.
I suppose.
Is someone leading the way?
Yep.
Oh.
Greg
We'll walk
starts
toward-
walking.
Yep.
All right.
We'll be right behind.
Yeah, so you all walk.
Olive is going to take off but stay just above the trees and just kind of like lazily circle around and scout out what might be approaching them, and keep an eye as they
Yeah.
travel. She's going to keep pace with the walking crowd.
Yeah, it doesn't take long for you to break the grove line, or the clearing line, I should say. You break through it within like 5 minutes. You got pretty much all the way there. It's just a little bit shy. When you break it, and all of you don't notice anything like stalking, what you see before you is a very large clearing and the signs of a long ago battle, for lack of a better term. There are uprooted trees that seem to have been torn up from the roots and tossed aside, deep furrows in the ground, like dug furrows like with massive claws or something. It looks like it has been ravaged and ransacked. And at the end of the grove, you see this massive tree that it's got to be at least 50 feet around, and probably at one point was hundreds of feet tall. All of the trees around you, all of you earlier had identified as elm trees.
Mhm.
This massive tree is an oak tree.
Suspicious.
And just above the tree line,
Insight check.
it has been like broken off, and you can see the like broken top still connected by a few little parts of wood, little being relative, and it slopes off to one side.
Olive's going to land on that top of the tree.
Yeah. You land there. It's broken.
She wants to look into the broken treetop.
You just see the top of a broken stump.
It's just
It's not
splinters.
it's not hollow in there.
It's just splinters and stuff.
Yeah, it's just wood. There's a coating of ash. It's not like there's no hollow part. I don't know if that's what you mean or what you're trying to look for. Yeah, there's no hollow part.
If where it breaks, if there's anything like nested in there.
Nope. But as you all approach this large tree, you do see what appears to be nestled in amongst the roots, kind of like a natural archway that kind of looks like it leads into the tree, for lack of a better term. Spoot, with a 15 passive perception, you think that you see in the bark some kind of like ancient face.
Having checked out the parts of the tree that you can't see from the ground,
Mhm.
Olive will then land and revert to being Olive.
Cool. You join your friends and see this archway that seems to lead into the tree.
What kind of face are we talking? Like little face in the bark, or like big
Like-
face?
The patterns of the bark are natural, but when you look at them from afar, like you notice that they kind of form the shape of like an old man with a beard.
I think that's an int. Just kidding. Everyone's like, "What's an int?" I'm like, "Have you read The Hobbit?" Anyway, so I will point. It's not The Hobbit, by the way. I said that wrong. Sorry. I will mention that to the group. I said, if you stand here and look at the tree, does it kind of look like a face to you in this area? And I'll sort of point. Does anyone else see it?
When you point it out, like everybody kind of can look at it. Anyone who wants to can make a religion check, including Paduk.
We should maybe let Paduk do that. He's good at that.
Oh yeah, I don't religion.
Spoot with a
I do
natural
stay.
20.
Oh,
There it is.
Oh right, we have our cleric back.
It's not every day I really.
And
but-
Paduk,
just natural 20 as well.
Paduk
Yeah,
with a
but
natural
he's nat
20.
20.
Uh,
And
nat 20.
defect, right? Defect, nat 20.
at
Clerics for the win.
Paduk and Spoot at the same time kind of like do like a look at the face, look at each other, and they both say the same thing at the same time. Oh, the
Tree.
Oaken Father.
That's what I was going to say.
I see.
Yeah, Spoot, you recognize it to be what is he's often referred to as the Oaken Father or Grandfather Oaks. He's a kind of neutral nature deity. Yeah, both you and Paduk get the sense that this is or was a shrine of some kind to him that has been destroyed and decimated.
Very, very interesting and sad to see a shrine like this destroyed.
Yeah.
This is a
Can't help but
shrine.
wonder. Well,
Well, I
we
think it was.
so. This face must be the Oaken Father. Is that what we called it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's odd to see it decimated like this, but also I don't know if this is somehow related to why the forest is on fire.
Or a result of the forest being on fire.
Perhaps.
Is the ground here smoldering?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the tree is not.
The tree is not.
But the ground all around its roots is.
It's ashy and soot covered, just like the rest of the forest.
Yeah,
Are
I
we
bet.
going up to the tree? Do we stay away from the tree?
Oh, Alice already walked up to the tree. She's not going in the arch, but she's walking around the base of the tree.
There's an arch.
There's a. Didn't we all say we were looking into an arch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, I
nestled,
was
See it,
paying
it's right there.
attention.
yeah, nestled among the roots, there is a what appears to be like a naturally formed arch. It's directly under the face in the tree.
No, Tanner was listening. Nereus with his 10 perception was just kind of
Oh.
like admiring
La, la,
the
la.
tree. Yeah.
Fair,
Yeah.
fair.
Olive is definitely walking up and walking around the tree and poking at it. You know, like not poking at it, but touching the bark. And
Don't be rude to the tree. What
Yeah,
happened
good
to the
point.
last one?
you weren't here for that.
I heard a story. I was eavesdropping. I just wasn't included.
If you Google Grig and the Misfits, you just find a video of you pouring whiskey on a tree.
That actually is accurate at this point.
Yep.
It was the highlight last week.
Cool. So, Olive, as you are up next to the tree, you see a very sleek, small body kind of poke its head out from the archway
No.
and look at you.
Like a furry body?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It pokes its head out. You instantly recognize it to be a fox head.
I was just gonna say, is that Lychee?
And you see it kind of poke its head out and look at you, and you notice that it's got a very ratty, like, neckerchief tied around its neck. And then it kind of looks at you and your friends, and then goes back into the hollow.
Hey, the squirrel wanted us to talk to.
Squirrel wanted you to talk to a fox.
Yes. Yes, yesterday before I tortured the tree, I talked to a squirrel, and the squirrel said that there was a fox named Lychee that lived here that we should talk to.
Nereus is just gonna like look at Spoot and just be like, "Is this?"
Yes. I think the answer is yes.
Okay.
But Spoot will turn to Olive and say, "Is this the fox? Do you know?"
I'm not positive, but I bet it is. I'm gonna take the 10 minutes to ritual cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And after 10 minutes, I'm gonna stick my head in the arch and say, Lychee?
Is it possible that for those 10 minutes, Spoot just like kind of studies the outline of the entrance to this place?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and like, by the way, this archway is big enough to walk through. Like, it is human size, so it's like 6'6" tall. Defect may have to back a little bit, but
Olive's going to stay outside, but like stick her head like she's poking her head through a doorway and be like, "Are you Lychee?"
So you stick your head in and say this in like beast speech, for lack of a better term. Where is everybody else when Olive does this? Are you like close behind her? Are you like 25 feet away? Where is everybody?
I think I've just
Olive
stepped through
some
the
distance.
archway.
What was that, Spoot?
Oh, sorry. I think I had just stepped through the archway to get a closer look at everything.
No,
Cool.
I thought you said you stepped up to the archway, not in.
So cool. So Spoot enters the archway as Olive sticks her head through. Spoot, you immediately see kind of sitting on the floor there, just kind of like sitting in the middle of what is a very wide chamber. It's like easily like 35 feet, kind of not round, but like organically round, you know, like natural. You see a little kind of russet colored fox sitting there on its haunches with a little ratty red bandana tied around its neck. And Olive sticks her head in and says something that you don't understand. And the fox kind of looks at Olive, looks at you, looks back at Olive, and says, well, if you're going to come inside, you should all come inside. It's quite dangerous out there. In perfect common.
Oh,
And that's where we're going to take our break. So we will be right back in 5 minutes to figure out or see
what the fox is going on.
what the fox is up
What
with
the
this.
fox?
That's what we're going to find out.
Right.
What did the fox say?
So we will be.
I think he said, "Come inside."
I was really
We
going to hope
will
that he
be-
would say, "Kee, kee, 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 kee."
We'll be right back. Hello, everyone. We are back. Thanks for sticking with us. A little bit of housekeeping. Big, quick shout out. Happy birthday to I've Got It.
Happy
Our glorious
birthday.
mod, old school supporter. Love you, buddy. Thanks so much for being here, and happy birthday.
Happy 21st, bud. I don't know if he's actually 21.
Make it
but...
wild.
That age.
Yes.
That was like 2 years ago for you. Shut up.
Yeah, really.
Yes. Tanner is the youngest of us. So, Olive and Spoot have stepped into this hollow of the tree and heard this little fox say in perfect common, "Well, it's quite dangerous out there. If you're going to come in, you should really just come on in."
Thank you.
No, you're quite welcome.
Hi, I'm Spoot.
Greetings, Spoot. My name is Lychee.
I think we were looking for you, Lychee.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Olive, and I talked to a squirrel yesterday that told me to give you his regards.
oh, all right. I mean, great. I don't really talk to many squirrels, but sure.
Talked to a squirrel yesterday just outside the burning, who said that I should come talk to you. So here we are.
Oh, well, certainly if I can be of assistance, I'm happy to do so. What brings you into the Embering Elms, as it were? And more specifically, to the ruins of the Heart Shrine.
Well, specifically to these ruins, just because we were flying and we saw them, and from the air it is quite dramatic and easily identifiable. So we thought we would come in and see what it is.
Well, a long time ago, this was the home of the Heart of Oaks. There was a shrine to the Oaken Father, but it was destroyed a long time ago.
I just cast a glance at Fadouk, and I'm like, yeah, we were right.
Paduke has certainly flown in, hearing you talk to the fox, and been like, "Arr."
Olive will pull up a patch of ground and sit down.
Yeah, the Lychee the fox says something to Paduke in a language that you don't understand. To which Paduke replies in the same language, and they have a brief conversation. And Lychee turns back, "My apologies. I just like to make sure that I don't get a bad read on people. Normally I wouldn't have revealed myself so quickly, but seeing that you are in the company of a sprite, I thought you were probably okay."
Do you
Very good.
Thank you.
know Paduke?
No, but in general, sprites tend to be nicer than a lot of fae,
Oh,
at least in my
Okay.
experience of them.
Fair.
There used to be some sprites in this forest, but not so much anymore.
it is on fire.
That it is.
How long have you been in this forest, Lychee? Do you remember it being not on fire?
Oh, yes. I remember a long time ago, actually. What's the best way to put this? Well, yes. You see, it's probably about... it's been this way a little over 200 years, I think.
Wow.
An awfully long time for a fox to be here.
I'm not just any fox.
Clearly.
That's obvious.
Yes.
He's a firefox.
Uh,
Couldn't help it. Sorry.
At some point, Greg wonders and is like, "Who are you all talking to about a?" Oh,
Oh, greetings. I'm Lychee.
Hey,
great.
Lychee, do you know a wizard named Fluxus?
No.
Greg, do you remember the raccoon's name?
No.
Oh my god, that raccoon.
I'm looking
The
for
last-
it though.
The last
There,
woodland
there
creature
hasn't
that
been a
spoke
raccoon in these parts for hundreds of years.
Fair. You just suddenly reminded me of someone we met in another forest, but apparently it's unrelated.
Yes, not all animals know each other, you know.
No, I know, but you specifically reminded me of him.
Ah, I see. Well,
He looked like a fox,
I will
apparently.
choose to not take that as an insult. So,
It was not
Ah.
It was not meant as one.
very well. Well,
So why is the forest on fire?
oh, well, that's a bit of a tale, actually.
We like tails.
Here, hang on. Let me open this book.
Once this entire area was a lush, vibrant sanctuary of the Oakenfather, and this shrine in particular housed a magical gem called the Heart of Oaks, you see. But a couple centuries ago, a large red dragon known as Zinniandu, the Rage Fire, decided he wanted it for his own, and so beset upon the grove and attacked it. Everyone sort of died. The resulting battle kind of happened at the same moment when one of those spell storms was in the area. And the magics unleashed by the heart and the dragon and the spell storm all coincided, and a massive roiling explosion occurred. And, well, you see, this is the result.
I see.
The dragon, the Rage Fire, crashed to the ground in the western edge of the forest and is very pissed off about it.
Is he still there?
Yes and no. The Rage Fire exists, but not as he once did. I don't know how else to put this, but he's undead now.
Oh, good.
So he's very angry about it, because he wanted the gem for his own hoard and its powers, and, well, he died, and is bound to the outlines of the Embering Elms, as far as I know. He usually sticks to his cave, such as it is, but occasionally he comes out and just messes things up and ruins stuff. Around the same time, shortly after his unresurrection, I suppose, all these cinder folk started walking around, these undead people who just kind of keep wandering and adding to their numbers, always searching for more people to add and more... Well...
So anything that's died in this forest just comes back, but...
Well, sort of. Yes, in general, yes. Many years ago, there was a group of people who came in on a quest to cleanse the area and, you know, such things that humans are apt to do. Well, they didn't do very well. They were slain, unfortunately. But one of them actually did not rise again. Their body just decayed naturally in the forest. All of their companions, though, did rise.
What was different about this person?
I haven't any idea.
Oh. So, all of this
He
is
was an
possibly
archer, that much I know.
interesting.
Yes, died
so all of
clutching a
this
very
is-
fancy-looking bow.
Very
Over the years, the other strange thing about that, actually, is that over the years, sort of underbrush eventually began to come back a little bit.
And where
Oh,
is this?
I know what this is.
Oh, it's not too far, a couple hours away, I suppose.
I want to go to there.
Oh, sure, I can bring you there.
Sweet.
Let's see, what else can I tell you? The Cinderfolk have constantly been building some place. They call it Ash Sprawl. It's just kind of buildings stuck together. It's weird. Doesn't seem to be any real purpose.
We saw it from the air.
Oh, well. Then yes, you've seen how strange it looks. From what I understand, mind you, I don't really talk to them. I've overheard a few things as they discuss amongst themselves. But they're just always looking for materials to build out of, so... They're constantly doing that and constantly adding to their numbers. Fairly recently, they added some more would-be infiltrators, I suppose, to their ranks. Quite a few hill giants, actually.
Oh, no.
That's good.
Well, I mean, it's good and it's not good.
Well, I mean, it's good because they were probably Bodo's baddies, possibly.
Yep, but now they are undead.
Yeah, but they're Cinderfolk and we've looted them so far. It's fine. They're dead. Meh.
Not so sure about that.
Well,
What befell the Heart of the Oak? Did the dragon take it?
Oh, yes. The Ragefire, Xanadu, he laid waste to the grove and everyone who lived there and really tore up the place, as you can see. Smashed the Oaken Father's shrine and broke it in twain, and then reached in and plucked the Heart of Oak. And then flew off with it, and that's when the spellstorm struck and all the magics fused and exploded in this massive cacophony of fire and created this. I think I only survived because I was actually in the shrine.
So, defeat the dragon, save the forest?
Can you
It's
The gem
possible.
And
looks like-
investigate this magical spot with the fancy bow.
I'm sorry. A couple people spoke at once.
What did the Heart of the Oaks look like?
It was a massive, raw, uncut emerald.
That sounds quite lovely.
It was.
This may seem irrelevant, but is it possible to take a peek inside the shrine?
We're
Of
sitting in the
course.
shrine.
We're in it right now.
Oh, sorry.
And he kind
Okay,
of
we could go inside the tree.
gestures a paw, kind of.
Say, I think we're sitting in the remains of the shrine.
I see.
Yes.
I
Yes.
thought maybe part of it went inside the tree. Sorry.
We are inside the tree.
Oh, I must have missed something.
We walked through the archway to talk to the fox, and now we're in the tree.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, we did go inside.
Mhm.
Very good. All right, Spoot will be sketching then instead of asking questions.
Yeah, as you look around, Spoot, it is like what you would expect the inside of a tree to be. There's no benches. There's no, like, chairs, really. There is what appears to be, like, a shelf on the far side, but it doesn't have anything on it.
Is it dark in here or is it lit in here?
It's lit by, like, ambient light of the day, but
Oh, okay.
but it's not, like, there's no light source in here.
So, you said that this spot where the bow is only a few hours away?
Oh, yes. Yes, I tried to help those people. Well, didn't go so well. They've died about 80 years ago.
And the bow's still there?
Well, why wouldn't it be?
Right. Cinderfolk take it?
Actually, they did try to take it once or twice. But as soon as they walked close to it, they sort of stopped and fell down and didn't rise again.
Interesting. Arcana check? Would I have any knowledge of
Yeah,
this
you
kinda...
can make an Arcana check.
Greg knows what it is because Greg took notes talking to History Elf.
13.
There are a couple magics that like that like there's holy magics that can destroy undead or that kind of stuff if they're weak enough.
Mhm.
Undead things when they're killed, usually sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't. It depends on the undead.
Mhm.
But they're by nature
More
magical.
specific, you don't have anything too much more than that. You can't fathom a reason as to why a single small area would be like deadly to them unless it were maybe sanctified, perhaps.
But
Right.
are undead by definition magical?
It depends. They usually become that way through magic of some form.
Well, do you all want to go take a peek at this bow?
We definitely do.
Which way is it?
Oh, it's just due east here, actually.
Are you going to lead us or just point us?
Oh no, I'm happy to show you the way, of course.
All right.
Very good.
Yes. Well, if we're going to do it, let's do it.
Let's go.
Come this way. And he kind of like stands up and kind of hops down off of the little like branch he was sitting on and gestures out and kind of looks around, sniffs the air, and kind of walks, leads you around the large base, kind of under the fallen part of the tree, and you begin walking off towards the area. Cool.
So a fox's beast coming. Also, how are you so old? Foxes kind of die a lot.
Oh, well, I'm a very special fox.
Yes, clearly.
Yes,
This is why he reminded me of Jersey the raccoon.
I don't know who that is. No, I had a gnome companion who awakened me many hundreds of years ago, and I'm still alive.
What was your gnome companion's name?
Tessie?
I wonder if he knows Fluxus. Or she knows Fluxus.
Well,
All magic users know each other.
No, but it's the same magic that Fluxus was using on the raccoon.
Oh, right, yeah.
well, I'm not the only one who was awakened here in the time. There are many druids who had the capability.
It's just expensive as fuck.
It's true. It's usually only done when a druid or ranger or devout follower of a nature deity tends to invest in a true bond with a beast, such as myself, and I can't really blame Tessie. So here we are.
Very good. Well, it's been lovely to make your acquaintance, and thanks for leading us along this way. Are we there yet?
Of course. So you travel for 2 hours through various ways. Lychee kind of darts around a bit. It's constantly warm here, but you do not encounter any other life or unlife or creatures or whatever. And he leads you to a small area. And in doing so, you see when you get there, you do find, like, he points you, he's like, it's right over here. It is a 10-foot wide area. And in the middle of that area, you see a rotten leather armor over a long decayed skeleton. Humanoid.
And the 10-foot area is not on fire?
well, like the ground isn't on fire. The ground is
Right.
just ash covered, which it is ash covered. But looking at it real quick at a glance, Olive, and kind of like placing your foot there and scooping over some ash, you do see undergrowth in this like small area. Like the beginnings of grass and things trying to come back.
Cool.
There are also a few other like fallen forms that look like they may have been humanoid in shape at one point, but they are now just like piles of ash.
Is that the Cinderfolk?
We're gonna keep
Oh,
an eye on
yes.
those piles of ash.
Oh, they've been that
Greg's
way
going
for
right in.
they've been that way for almost 80 years. Yeah, you scutter right up. Are you going to the skeleton or the ash pile?
The skeleton.
It appears to be a humanoid skeleton with rotten leather armor. Make an investigation check. Greg of the Rust.
I can read.
I will help Greg to give them some advantage.
Great.
It's still just 12.
It doesn't help.
Cool. With a
Why
12,
did
with a
I-
12, it's either a humanoid or maybe a half-elf skeleton. The armor is mostly eaten away and rotten away. There's like some links holding it together, but it's, old boiled leather armor.
Sorry, we're
Nothing
gonna miss
bad
everything. Okay.
Are
Ah.
there any like objects with the?
I'm gonna keep looking around.
Yeah, you check its hands, you check under the skeleton, on its back. You don't find anything.
Is it in the dirt or ash?
Is
I
it
don't know.
wearing? It's not wearing any jewelry, or
Let's look.
Nope. Nope.
Gonna keep looking.
Yeah, you dig around in the ash, you flip over the corpse, pretty much desiccate the skeleton. Or
No
desecrate
respect
it.
for the dead.
Yeah. And there's no bow there.
Could something have taken it or someone have taken it?
Well, if it's not there, I suppose so. Would have had to, wouldn't they?
Has anybody else come in or out of this forest that wasn't a Cinderfolk? Aside from
Well,
other...
occasionally people do show up from time to time. I suppose we could look around.
Do we think the
Are there any footprints, tracks?
Anyone who wants to can make a survival check.
I'll do that. I'm useful at that. Oh yeah, feeling very.
Both of you, damn! Look at
Ah,
that.
Damn.
Ah, you showed me up.
A natural 20, so that's a 28 from Olive and a 27 from Spoot. You two both
Following the ways of Adis.
You two both start looking around. And you do find footprints
Where did the footprints go?
south.
Get 'em.
Can we tell what kind of creature?
They
created these
they
footprints?
they appear booted, humanoid-sized footprints.
Sick 'em.
You also notice with a natural 20, off on one side, kind of 30 feet away, there is a large disturbance of ash. Looking over at it, investigating it, you realize that it's like the site of where like very large creatures were fighting a bunch of smaller creatures and some other large creatures. And you can see impacts from where the large creatures fell and then seem to have gotten up again.
Mhm.
Those are the hill giants.
And then
Check out.
and then walked away with like the other bunch of groups. Like anytime you find like an indented, like something fell down and died here kind of sign, including like dried blood and stuff, you see that like there is no body there anymore. Like it has gotten up and walked
Walked
away.
That checks out.
My undead senses are tingling.
Well,
and
let's go south.
and they have walked away in a myriad of directions.
Well, I mean, are these Footprints
You
fresh.
can tell with these very high rolls that at least 8 or 9 figures, one at least entered this small circle and then booked it and like started running, and another smaller group of like human-sized people started running after them, like obviously like escaping whatever this battle was going on. And you figure it probably happened within the last week or so.
Damn, so they could be far already.
They really could be.
And on a natural 20 and a 27, because you rolled above a 25, you find a what appears to be a hand that has been chopped off, buried amongst the ashes. And at first you thought it was just like, and it's a clean cauterized cut, like and you're like, oh well, it's been in this fire, it's all black and sooted and ashy and kind of gross. But you realize it's not black because it's been burned or charred, it's been tattooed black.
Oh,
Apparently that means something to Spoot.
I don't think Spoot has a very good poker face. I like to think that his face immediately changes to that of like, I think I
Yes.
know something.
Yes.
Yes, Spoot? Did you have something to share with the group?
Whisper it to us. Tell Nereus.
Spoot,
I
like,
can
side-eye-
step away. It's fine.
Spoot like apologetically looks at whatever his name is.
It's okay. I'll
Nothing.
step away.
Hot Atis.
Nefarious.
Nefarious will step 10 feet away from everybody and just kind of give them.
Lychee goes over to you and begins talking to you, Nereus.
Okay.
Much along the lines of, oh, so are you not friends with them? I thought you were all together.
I just met them. They're
Ah, I see.
suspicious of me still.
I see. Well, you seem quite enjoyable and quite nice to me.
Thank you. I do my best.
Yes.
You're quite personable yourself.
Oh, well, I learned from the best.
I feel like we're talking to Stewie from Family Guy.
He's a fox. damn it.
Yes.
It does every once in a while just sound just like him. It's true.
Please keep it up.
Meanwhile, back to Spoot.
So Spoot will try to whisper a little bit. I think I know who may have taken the bow, and I think I passed them on the road recently.
Did you
I was
pass someone
leaving with
conspicuously missing a black hand?
No, I didn't notice anyone missing a hand, but I did notice some of the party that had the hands that looked like they were tattooed black, and they were injured. The caravan I was traveling with crossed paths with them and offered to help them. I, of course, offered to see if I could give them any healing, and they refused. They were polite and gave us, and we parted with fine words, but it seemed a little odd in hindsight that they didn't want us to get near them, almost like they had something, or were some people that didn't want to be discovered.
How long ago was that?
I might need a little help with the DM on this. That would have been 2 days ago?
3 to 4 days ago.
3 to 4 days ago, says Spook
And-
confidently.
So
And
yeah,
in
the
what direction?
timeline seems to match up.
You said you're traveling south?
I'm gonna have to go back and look at my notes. Give me one moment, unless I can cheat and just ask the DM what direction they were headed.
No.
We left Winton going. Oh god, it's in my notes. Give me one moment.
We are currently north of Winton by quite a bit.
Yes, that was the direction we were headed, and they were going west, I think. But I'm gonna double check.
They were heading south. I'll just tell you that.
So west would be into the mountains we just came out of, which are not really great places to travel.
You came from the west.
There's heading south towards Winton.
We came straight over the mountains, traveling due east.
Well, I mean, one could assume that perhaps they were going back to the city.
Oh man. Greg
How
just
long
looks
ago
up
did you
sidelong
leave
at
Winton?
Defect.
Yeah, Deetha looks at Greg.
I probably left Winton, I would assume, maybe 5 or 6 days ago since we met them on the road a couple of days out.
Oh, it's been over a week.
Okay. Yeah,
So
we were
they've
definitely...
been 3 or 4 days. They're probably there by now.
Yeah, let's just call it a lost cause and move forward to the next shard.
Oh, the caravan continued west. That's why I was thinking west. Yeah, I have no way of saying if that, was the bow in their possession, but something. It seems too more than coincidence that there's a tattooed black hand here. I just saw a party of people with some members like that. Perhaps we should ask. Spoot looks at his notes. I feel like Spoot's like an aging man that can't remember anything. Nereus, if maybe he's familiar with any. I don't know if it's the same people as this cult that have been chasing him. But perhaps he knows something about these black tattoos on people's hands.
Did you ran into them before you met Nereus? You were by yourself.
Correct. I don't think those two things are related. Perhaps this party was just, I don't know. But now that I think about it, traveling away from this direction, from the forest, and I stumbled upon Nereus a couple of days later.
The thing
the
thing we are looking for cancels magic. So it seems to make sense that a person who died while carrying it would not become undead the way every other corpse here does.
Yeah. Hey, you! You want to be useful?
Sure.
You have tattoos. What do you know about people who tattoo their hands black?
Oh,
Spoot holds up the hand.
I saw a group of people headed down south of here on my way up. They
Got any reasons why they would do that?
No, they were traveling really slow though, but they just kept moving when I tried to ask them if they needed help.
Spoot's like just nodding, like, yep, that's exactly.
Did you see them?
I did, and they also refused our help. Yeah,
So we've got
further
some,
thought.
We've got some antisocial people, minus a hand, headed toward Winton.
I noticed
a place being deliberately avoided.
Right, I noticed no one missing a hand, but it did seem odd that they would avoid something as if they had something to hide, but I try not to be judgy.
Everybody has the secrets. But if the bow's gone, should we try to help the forest, or are you guys moving on? Are you going south? Are you going north? A dragon horse sounds kind of nice, to be honest.
I mean, if there is anything you could do for the forest, that would be most appreciative, but I understand if you think it's too much for you.
Yeah, no, let's help the forest. That's great.
I'm not sure we can do much for the forest.
Nah, we can take a dragon.
If the dragon kind of started causing all these problems, if we kill it, it might stop.
I mean, we already killed 2 dragons. I guess a third wouldn't be too far of a reach.
Yeah,
I think it's safe to say it's like 1.25 dragons.
I mean...
They were both young, so 1 dragon.
There you go.
1 whole dragon.
Well, the Cinderfolk did appear sometime after the dragon revived, for lack of a better term. And I do think that they appear to revere and respect the dragon, and the dragon certainly appreciates the adoration. Red dragons always do. At least as far as I understand them. But I don't Yes, I just don't know if they are exclusively related or not. But certainly getting rid of the rage fire would not be a bad thing. I have no good feelings in my heart for Zinniandu.
I mean, if it all started when he took the shot and crashed and died, and he was the first one to come back, it might all be tied to him.
That makes sense, I
It
suppose.
might.
Stands
Yep.
to reason.
Sounds
But
good. Let's do it.
Is an undead red dragon something we really want to seek out?
Oh yeah, definitely. This is not suspicious.
Insight check?
Yeah, you can make an insight check on Greg.
Greg has a death wish now.
Greg, make a deception check for me.
Oh, jeez.
Greg wants to do anything that doesn't
Cool.
include going to Winter.
With a deception check of 15 and an insight check from Spoot of 22, Spoot, you know that Greg does not want to go to Winton and would rather fight a dragon than go to Winton.
Spoot will keep this to himself.
Yeah, we got this. Plus, we'll be helping this nice fox guy.
I
That's
do
what we
have
do. We help, right? We're helpers.
It would be nice to.
I look at Greg in a very odd fashion. Like,
I don't even know if an insight check is needed at this point.
Yeah.
Defect's a little bit confused. It's like,
Defense like, I know you don't want to go to Winton, Greg, but
Damn, the dragon? How far away is the dragon from here, do you think?
Well, it's in the western foothills. Can't really miss it. It's where it crashed, so it's a big pile of earth that has been dug up, and then the dragon sort of burrowed out a cavern over time. Usually in between fits of rage, kind of rage digging. I assume in an attempt to try to escape, but it seems to be bound here, as are the Cinderfolk, so at least they're contained, at least for the time being.
Right.
Can we get more closer to this mound from the outside of the forest to try to avoid as much Cinderfolk as we can?
I suppose.
Do you guys want to shortcut through the forest and possibly risk Cinderfolk, or do you guys want to go back and travel along the edge?
It's all just about how much time you want to take, I suppose.
Alternatively, we can fly there.
Fly!
Yeah, but if we're gonna fight a dragon,
We might not want to use the spell slots.
yeah.
It's true.
I
This is
wouldn't
fair.
mind busting some cinder folk.
Yeah, but do we want to rest first? What time of day is it? It's more towards...
It's like early afternoon at this point.
Yeah.
Well, you traveled for a couple of hours, so it's probably mid-afternoon to late afternoon.
Why don't we can head back to the cabin that's outside the Cinderfolk area.
But
Or
that's
head back
east of here.
I thought the cabin was southwest. We flew further east.
We did?
Yes.
Okay, I'm confused.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the cabin was more southwest of here, so then that way we can possibly travel along the outside of the forest and try to avoid using as much magic as we can.
That's not a terrible idea.
Sure. Yeah, that's great. Sounds good.
Olive, do you have one more flight left in you?
I do.
Shall I fly back to the cabin?
I
You
think
wanna
we
come?
Do you want to come, Lychee?
No, thank you. I should return to the shrine. It's safe enough there, so I'll be all right.
Okay.
Very good. And you say
I
if we just go west, we'll see this mound?
oh yes, can't miss it. I
Yep.
do wish you nothing but the best of luck. Do be careful. Watch out for Cinderfolk. Most of them are, well, they're not stupid. So,
Noted.
they're not mindless, is what I'm saying.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Well,
Shall we try to sneak a peek at this mound when we head up into the sky?
Well, it took us. We didn't quite make it here in spell time.
We can
On
get
the
as
way
far as
here.
we can back to the cabin, but I'm saying like sneak it, like see the direction that it is in.
Hmm.
Get there. If he says we can't miss it.
It's true. I can also fly for quite a bit longer than the polymorphed folk can.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can make first priority getting back to the cabin, but just
Use your
Yeah.
eyeballs.
look in the direction of the mound.
Totally.
I think I'm gonna just have to look ahead, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not sure I'm confident enough flying yet to.
That's
No,
okay. You guys should prioritize getting back. I'll take a swirl around once we're up there. Can you guys find the cabin?
I think so.
Yes.
Sure.
this is when
Head
I
to
get
the
to have
forest.
fun.
Can we walk?
I feel like that's even more dangerous.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's worse.
That's
you
way
can
Okay,
walk there.
fine.
So, so if you guys make a beeline for the cabin, I'll take a quick look around. Passengers, who wants to come with me to do the look around?
I mean, I have to stay with Boot to maintain the polymorph.
I desperately want to be a passenger.
I think we have to stay within range of it now.
No,
No.
once you cast it, you can.
Once it's cast, it's until the spell's dispelled. Till the time's up.
But also, how will they know if the time is up? Do they know? Or is it only the caster?
Only the caster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I should probably stay with them to
Yep.
let them know when to land.
Yep.
Fair.
On your mark, get set, cast.
So,
Sure.
Greg, are you coming with me?
Synchronize your watches, everybody.
What was
Oh,
that, Olive?
boy.
Greg, are you coming with me then?
What?
You're breaking up Grief Act?
Oh.
Hashtag.
Wait. Oh, because you can't change into an eagle. You have to. Oh, no. Okay, yes.
I can change into an eagle. I can be
Yeah.
an eagle for 4 hours, which means I get a lot more scouting time.
And defects an eagle and
But
spoots an eagle.
Nereus can't turn into an eagle. Nereus has to get carried.
I mean, he can, but that's another spell slot that we don't want to use up.
Yeah, and Spoot
No,
doesn't
it's
want to carry
concentration. I
anybody.
can only do one.
Oh, I'm carrying Nereus, correct?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yes.
no. Olive did, but I will try it now. Is
Yes.
what we're doing.
Yes, Olive did before because you were uncertain about your flying abilities.
Okay.
Still,
There's 2 eagles and 2 humanoids, and then
Yeah.
a 3rd eagle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
okay.
You
1,
know
2,
Greg
3,
is
ka.
that's right.
All right. Spells are cast. Beast shape is done. 3 giant
Yeah.
eagles. 1 picks up a goblin. 1 picks up a Nereus. And 1 flies off on her own. I would like Defect Eagle and Spoot Eagle to make survival checks as eagles.
Beagle and Deagle.
Okay.
Stand by.
You get a +8 to survival as an eagle.
Can I just roll mine and -1?
Sure.
Do you normally get a +9?
Oh, that sucked.
Yeah.
So that's a 10.
Correct. I'm
Okay.
not very confident in eagle form at how to survive, apparently.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Eagle is a
+8 to survival.
+8. So I'll just do.
Cool.
All right. So 23.
Yeah. So Defect Eagle has flown by the cabin multiple times.
I'm a natural.
So he's easily able to guide the 2 of you back that way. Olive, you fly west, kind of veering off from your friends in a attempt to get some more information. So you fly off that way. You get, within 2 hours, you are flying over that, like, structure again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you see what you assume to be the Cinder folk mulling about and, like, doing things in. Continuing past that, more west, and kind of veering a little bit. Make a perception check for me.
Boop boop a doop. 21.
Cool. Well, you have advantage as an eagle, right? So
Oh right. I also have rest. Not only do I have the +8, but I also have advantage. Yep. You're right. 26.
cool. With a
I remember this.
26,
Vaguely remember this.
with a 26, you figure if you go another like little over, like you see something like about an hour's flight away. It's like a big mound, or maybe like it's definitely like a rise in the land. It might be what you're looking for. It looks like it'll be another hour to fly that way.
Okay.
Cool.
Do I see anything else in the sky with me?
Nope.
All right, let's I will continue no more than an hour in that direction, but
Cool. Yeah, you fly closer, another hour or so. Go ahead, make another perception check once you get there.
19.
Yeah, you see a big mound of earth that looks like it's actually like two mounds that have like domed up, and what appears to be a deep tunnel down, and you see there are more of those humanoids kind of milling about, just kind of wandering around there. But you see deep grooves like massive claws or talons, and like broken trees. Very evidently a crash site. So you think this is probably roughly the right area.
Great. I do not want to get close enough to draw attention. I just want to get a good look and soar on back to my friends.
Cool. So, back with the other
I do want to
friends.
see if I can get a sense of how large a creature has crashed.
Big.
Really big.
Really big.
Awesome.
Back with our other people about 2 hours ago.
Get the hell out of there.
Nereus, you sense that your spell is about to break, and you're not quite out of the woods yet. Or to the woods yet, out of the Embering Elms yet.
But you're gonna need to land soon. You have like how many minutes?
5 minutes.
You have like 5 minutes.
Spoot starts to panic land.
Oh no.
All right.
No, just kidding.
Do you follow Defect?
Yeah, I'll follow.
Cool.
Spoot,
But
I mean,
in a
Spoot
more
can,
graceful
you
manner.
can tell Defect that what I said if he can't hear me. Both
Mayday,
Defect-
Mayday!
Oh no, not that.
Yeah.
I will try to say yes. I'm gonna land now. Defect. Kaka. Over.
Yeah. Easy enough to do. You land.
Screech!
Yeah, you land with that survival check to get back to where you're going. Once you revert to yourselves, you figure you've gotten most of the way there, but you probably need to go another like 3 hours or so.
Ooh.
Oh, we were way far away.
Well, remember you had traveled 2 hours on foot,
True.
so
Okay. Well, survival check, or do we know where we're going?
no, Defect knows the direction.
Copy.
Follow me.
Look at
Okay.
Defect.
Yeah. Very cool. So you continue traveling, which is great. Great news.
Is it?
Yeah, it's great.
Is it dark yet?
It's getting there.
Damn.
But there is like a constant glow from the trees and the various other embery things around here, so it's not the worst ever. Cool. As you get towards the edge of the forest, you see I would like everyone who's there to make a perception check. which is everyone except Olive.
Uh-oh.
Gee, if only you were still an eagle, you would have advantage.
Still got it, baby.
Spoot just screams. Sun's going down.
So everyone who rolled above a 15, which is everyone except for Greg, you see multiple forms, humanoid in shape, patrolling the area between you and the exit of the Embering Elms.
Boo.
Well, I can't make two people fly.
I think we've
Can
been
we
here.
quickly find cover first? Like, can we hide behind a tree or?
I mean, all these trees are like burned, and there's not like scrub brush to like hide behind like in a normal forest. You can attempt to do so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna hug a burning tree, but just to put a tree between myself and them.
Yeah.
At least she said they weren't stupid. Know how?
Yeah.
Well, I can't find a good tree to hide behind.
Yeah, with a 6, you look around. You're kind of like you're kind of looking around, and you don't see really anywhere to hide. It's kind of a clearing. There's some more like fiery trees kind of all around you, and these forms are like walking in your direction from the south here.
Oh, far away are they?
They seem to be marching in your direction, so probably a couple hundred feet maybe, but they are moving and with purpose.
And how many do we detect?
Between Defect and Nereus, about 7.
I
Wait.
can take them.
Defect, you're a big, strong.
He's taking.
Thank you for noticing, Nereus. Yes, I am a big, strong.
Why are you trying to hide?
To give them the element of surprise.
I think they see us.
Yeah, they look like they see us.
Oh, well, then I step back out from behind whatever I was trying to hide behind. Pull out my axe and say, "Let's get ready to rumble."
Can you ash something that is already yours?
Ash. We'll find out.
Could be.
Tune in next week.
So are
That's a
you all like
good
standing?
question to ask.
Are you all standing your ground?
Yeah, none of us are sneaky. I don't know about Nefarious here, but none of us are sneaky.
Very.
No. I have a thing I want to try, just so you know.
Oh wait, Grig is kind of sneaky.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sneaky. But I got a thing I want to try. So
Yeah.
all of us should stick together on one side or the other.
What does that mean?
Like left or right. And try to be facing the direction we want to go. But like move them over.
Which is south. We all want to stand side by side and face south.
Yeah. We want to be like them on one side and us on the other. But
Playing
so
Red
that we
Rover?
can run the direction we want to go.
Like two walls going at each other?
Yeah, but we want to be able to run to the south. Like
We
I can
are
put a
facing-
wall up. But
I see, and we want to
I
run
wanna try.
past them.
yeah, we want to run along the wall. I want to try it.
I trust you.
They're probably 100 feet away now.
Should we just run and meet them?
If we yell,
How clustered are they?
They're kind of spread out at least 5 feet between each other. Like it looks like they've formed like a line, and they are like encroaching towards you. And they've definitely noticed you now, and they are like picking up speed.
Fireball.
How close are they? Oh, really?
Do you cast Fireball on them?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Cool.
I'm
that's
curious
a
what.
choice. They're already on fire.
You.
But transmuted spell,
Ooh.
ice.
Ooh.
Ice.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Nereus drops the
Okay,
mic.
okay.
Very cool.
Greg is like, where did that come from?
So,
what is that? What is a mic?
describe to me what this looks like when you cast it.
So it starts to coalesce as like a fireball, but then you just see it change into like this swirling blue, and then it shoots out, and it just like this ice crystal, like where the fire kind of dissipates, just like an ice crystal forms, and then it just promptly shatters.
Poetic.
Cool.
Robert Frost would be proud.
Go ahead, launch your fireball. They're going to make some dexterity saving throws.
Where is it? Where is it? Fireball. 24 ice damage.
Cool.
Cold
and
damage.
And what is your DC?
DC 18.
All
Ooh.
right. Only one of them succeeds.
DC 18.
The first one rolled a natural 20.
How dare he?
And that was 24 damage.
Yeah, 24 cold.
Cool. Yeah. Nice. So that's half of that is 12 and then 24. Nice. Great. Yeah, you see it. Let's just see how many you can grab them, because fireball is a 20-foot radius.
20-foot radius.
20-foot radius.
Radius. That's 40 feet. Holy shit.
So you could get up to 5 of them out of the 7.
Oh,
So
that's good.
do you shoot for the 5 on the east or the 5 on the west?
So that would leave 2 of them unaffected?
Correct.
Okay.
Or do you want to hit right in the middle?
We'll do in the middle.
All right,
Leave
cool.
the 2 on the ends.
All right, cool. Very cool. I like that.
Good bowling strategy, right?
Um,
Then you just have to curve your next spell so it gets both.
Cool.
Swing it around.
Yeah.
And then how far away are they? Is it they're 100 feet?
Yeah, and then they move another 60, so they're 40 feet away now.
Can I
Right.
hold this action?
Yeah, you can send off something if you wanted to.
So with the bonus action with that, I'm just going to jump back 10 feet.
Yeah.
I want to do my thing. I'm like, you did a cool thing. I could do a cool thing.
Yeah.
I know. I kind of want to take a moment to be like, listen here. If you're going to join the party, you have to know. Don't take kills from defect, and don't outshine Grig.
I think Spoot has the most kills.
Okay, so Nereus launches a fireball. Grig, what are you doing?
I want to put a wind wall in their path.
Ooh.
Okay.
You've never done this before, have you?
No, that's why I'm so excited.
What does Windwall do?
Okay.
I just put it in the chat. So a
Whoa.
wall 50 feet long, 15 feet high, and 1 foot thick can shape the wall in any way as long as it makes a continuous path along the ground. The wall lasts for the duration of my concentration.
Okay.
Up
When
to
the
a
wall
minute.
appears, each creature within its area must make a strength saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 bludgeoning on a failed, half on a success. Fog, smoke, all that stuff can't pass through. Then projectiles.
Cool. How far away from you do you put it?
I actually want to put it like sort of eyeballing where they're coming, and I want to curve it. I think I want to make it a circle.
Okay. So it's a 50-foot
No.
long archway?
Yeah. Yeah. I want it to hit as many of them as possible.
Yeah.
You mean contain them so they can't really run out of it? It's like a horseshoe shape around
Right, kind of just exactly. If they're 50
Hmm.
feet long, if it can reach around
Yeah,
them.
so again, it's the same kind of roughly the same radius then. A little bit larger.
A little bit bigger. It's a little bit
So-
bigger than the fireball.
Yeah. So you can get, I think with that, you can get all but one of them.
Okay.
It's just a matter of which way do you want to go?
I'll
East or
leave-
west?
Which side of me is defect on?
You're west.
Great. Then I'll leave the one on the west.
Cool. Cool. So yeah,
DC 16 strength save.
they run through. So yeah, they try to do this. So that's 6 strength saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
I like how there's the one
What-
unaffected Cinderfolk for defect.
What is the what is the DC?
16.
Cool. They're not even close enough to be on a battle map yet, so this is very funny.
That is pretty funny.
16, you say.
Defect is
1,
panicking because
2,
he's seeing
3.
like all these guys take damage. He's like, wait.
I'm leaving you one. Don't worry.
Go ahead, roll your damage. 3 of them succeed, 3 of them fail.
Cool. So it does the 3d8, but it's also one of my special artificerized spells, so it gets to be 4d8.
Okay, roll for it.
Ooh.
That's not nothing.
Nice.
21.
Cool.
Almost as good as my fireball. Ice
Yeah,
ball.
you're not making friends with Greg.
Cool. So between the ice and the fireball, wind wall, sorry, the ice ball and the wind wall, you see 3 of these creatures as they push through the wind wall. Their bodies just become ash on the wind.
Woo.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that's not true. 2 of them become ash on the wind. One of them had not been hurt yet.
Don't do it.
Cool.
No.
He did it.
All we are is dust in the wind.
Actually, I thought that's what Aros was gonna say, and instead,
Yes.
oh, sorry, Tanner.
Great. Cool.
Hey, Adis isn't dead.
And then Spoot, were you going to try something?
I don't know if it matters at this point, but yes, I was holding an action when they become, if they make it to 30 feet away from us.
Yep.
I would like to cast Create Water
Oh.
in a 30-foot cube, like in
Okay.
the path at exactly 30 feet.
Okay. Cool.
Ooh, I thought of something else cool
Cool.
to try.
So
Which
at
apparently requires a drop of water, so you just see Spoot like lick his thumb.
cool. So it is at this point.
Say again?
So while you do this, and you're planning on doing this, so are you actually like holding the spell, or are you not holding the spell?
Yeah, I'll hold an action to cast the spell if they get to 30 feet.
Cool.
Is that
They get to
how that
40
works?
feet, and they get to 40 feet,
Okay.
and you lose the spell because you essentially held it too soon.
Ah.
You can only hold
Oh,
it for
last
6 seconds.
second.
Yeah, you can only hold it for 6 seconds.
Oh no. Okay, sorry. Maybe I missed it. Can I not hold an action that when they get to 30 feet cast the spell?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you can, but like it becomes weird out of initiative. But we're gonna roll initiative right now.
Oh, fair. We haven't rolled initiative. You're right.
So you're all gonna roll initiative, including Paduk.
Did I still lose the spell, or should I try it?
I will say no.
Now?
I will say no. Hold on. Go ahead. Roll initiatives. Olive, why don't you run Paduk
Sure.
so you can be a part of this?
Looks like I go last. Perfect.
Cool.
You're back.
And I will bring us over
To the map.
to the map.
I failed to click on the on the valid token prior to rolling for Paduk, so he has an 11.
Great. I will give him an 11. It'll be wonderful. Do I have everybody else? I am missing Nereus.
I rolled an 8, but I rolled it in D&D Beyond, so I didn't take it.
Gotcha. It actually did take it. It just, I think you didn't token select, which is all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can fix that. Cool. Yeah, cool. So, I will bring you over so you see what is going on. I already did that.
Yep.
Cool. So, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Defect, you are up first
Yes.
with a 20.
All right. Defect will activate Rage. And with that Rage, he will move that initial 20 feet bonus. 5. Hold on.
That's. Oh, I see them. Never mind.
5, 10, 15, 20. Are those trees intensely on fire as they appear?
They are
or...
not as on fire as appear on the map.
Okay.
You'll have to
Oh.
give me some leeway for art.
Just making sure. I don't want to assume anything.
And turn in the spot and take 5d8 fire damage.
Right.
They are indeed smoldering and like.
Okay.
Embering.
And I'll move down and attack this guy down here.
Yeah.
Defect will. He'll be reckless. And he'll +5. I'm sorry. -5 plus 10 on this attack.
Okay, go for it.
So 15 to hit.
A 15 does not hit.
Ooh.
All right, that's okay. That's okay. He's going to try it again. Same exact method. -5 plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit.
Excellent, for 19 points of damage.
Cool. So you hit this creature, and sparks and ash fly off of it, and you take 5 points of fire damage from the residual ash and sparks of this creature's just body.
Mm-hmm.
But cool, you got it. That brings us to Greg.
That's me. Are they armed or are they just?
Oh yeah, they each have 2 battle axes in their hands
Nice.
Oh dear.
that look
Very
very mean and nasty. In fact, let me give you a little peeksy here. They look like that.
I love them.
Aren't they delightful?
Great. Well, the one that Defect is fighting,
Yes.
I will cast a frostbite at it.
Go for it.
It is a cantrip. Why I can't change the level? What?
It's a cantrip.
Is it asking you to change the level?
Apparently, I clicked it and it said at cantrip at what level? I'm like, well, I don't know. Anyway, that's not
Ninth
a
level.
problem. Great. So it's a Constitution save, DC 16,
All right.
cold damage.
It fails.
All right. Failed save takes 2d6 because I'm level 9.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is 8 coldy damage and disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes.
So you blast this ray of cold energy at it, and it freezes over, and you see the flames inside of it snuff out as it falls in a pile of ash.
Yay!
Yay.
Sorry.
Thumbs up to Greg.
All right.
Defect.
It is now anything else on Greg's turn?
Yeah, we're gonna stick with that.
All right. Paduk.
And the wind wall is way in the back, isn't it? I'm
Yeah,
gonna top wind wall.
Okay, cool. Paduk it is your turn. Nereus is on deck, followed by Spoot. So what is Paduke going to do, Olive?
Oh, sorry. That's me.
Yep.
So, this guy is the one that's taken no damage yet, correct?
He seemed to be outside of the fireball and the wind wall. Yeah.
Great. Paduke is going to toll the dead.
All right.
At the opposite end. This guy right here.
Okay.
And there we go.
So wisdom save. Unfortunately, he resists the spell.
Oh, boo.
This little tinkling wind chime noise kind of shoots out from Paduke's hand, and the creature resists the spell entirely. Anything else from Paduke?
I don't think Paduke
All
can
right.
do anything
Nereus,
else.
we are up to you. Spoot, you're on deck.
Question: how thick is this tree?
It's 10 inches.
On a scale of Spoot's thighs to...
Yeah, could it? Does it hide this one?
No, he is purposely coming around the tree to get in close to attack people.
So a line would hit all of them, or would he have partial cover?
I see what you're saying. It might. He'd have some cover from it based on the tree. If you were somehow able to get over there and punk it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I could.
What do you want to
Sure,
do?
why not? Yeah, Nereus is going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then bonus action Tempestuous Winds. And take another 10 feet of movement.
Okay.
And then cast Lightning Bolt.
Cool. In the east?
Yeah.
This way?
Yeah.
Cool. Go for it.
We're just gonna keep that as cold damage because I don't know how lightning would act on
Okay.
fire. 27.
27. Nice. DC 18. Only one of them makes it. 27 damage, you say?
Yep. Did it not put it in the thing?
Oh, it did. Just the dark mode. Sometimes the text is not the right answer. Because it does the red and green and then blue, and then that doesn't show up on black, so
Right.
Cool. So half of 27 is 13?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And a half. Oh, you're rounding down. Yes.
Yes. Cool. So 2 of them are utterly destroyed.
Okay, damn. Okay.
The other one does succeed on the saving throw and takes half damage.
Wait, am I... Oh, he's 20 feet. Never mind. Okay. That's it.
All right, Spoot.
I don't really think I need to do anything now. I think they got it. However, I will move 10 feet forward, and then I will try the thing I was going to try earlier. I don't know if it will do anything. I'm just going to yell out, it's going to get a little wet. And I'm going to try casting. I really don't know if this is going to do damage. I'm just curious. I'm going to cast Create Water.
Okay.
30 feet out. It says it creates. It's only 10 gallons of water, so it's not a lot, but.
Or it falls as rain in a 30-foot cube.
In a 30-foot cube, yeah.
Because there's not a container.
Cool. You create water, 10 gallons of water, and it splashes on them. They are unaffected.
Okay. Well, now we know.
That was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be really cool. Good job for science.
Yeah,
That
Like-
was for science.
like
It rained yesterday. And they
yeah,
didn't care.
you drench this one, and it just kind of looks at you like, "What the fuck, dude?"
I did not know that it had rained on them previously. They were unbothered.
Indeed. Next up are these fun little cinder folk. This guy just runs over to Nereus, and it looks like he is just in full anger and fury, and nothing but wrath on his eyes.
Would you say he's fired up?
Yes, I would. He lays 2 attacks into Nereus. He uses his bonus action to do one of them. The first attack is a 15 to hit.
Shield.
Paching, bounces off the shield. The next one is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 8 slashing damage and 4 fire damage.
8 slashing and 4 fire.
Yep.
Ouch.
This other one runs right up to Defect, and with one of his battle axes rains down on Defect, but a 16 is not going to do much to Defect.
No, it's not.
And Defect, it's your turn.
Yes. I will. Let's step down. Do a little flank action there. And I will swing my axe at it. I will do the -5 + 10.
Cool.
Ooh, 16.
Oh.
Does not hit.
Nice.
16
Okay.
doesn't hit.
Nope.
I will do the same thing again. Ooh, even worse.
Nope.
Yeah, Defect hangs his head down in shame.
Yep, as you should. Greg, it is your
As a
turn.
free action.
Paduk is on deck.
All right, Greg's gonna frostbite that one.
All right.
Spoot shouts that no one saw that.
Did not show up at all.
That's a con save.
It is a con save.
Okay.
DC 16.
All right. It succeeds. It rolls an 18.
Okay.
So
then it
no
takes
effect.
half.
Oh, does it?
Oh wait, no.
No, not on a cantrip.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
I'm like, cantrip that does half damage? What?
No, I just got used to it. Okay, that was fun.
Hey, G Ryan, welcome in.
Yo.
Cool. Glorious. Next up, we have Paduk.
Paduk will throw some healing word at Nereus.
Awesome.
And maybe it will even make it into the... There it goes.
You have to roll the d4 + 3.
Yeah.
Boom.
Cool.
5. You get
So
5
Nereus
healing
gets
damage.
5 healing damage. And Nereus, it is now your turn. Spoot, you're on deck.
Alright. Nereus will Tempestuous Magic, or Tempestuous Winds back 10 feet. And then cast...
Cool. So does that not provoke opportunity attacks, or does
No,
it?
it doesn't.
Ooh, nice.
Hmm.
Cool.
And then, but the only thing is, like, I have to expend spell slots. It's the only unfortunate side.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it on a cantrip. Tempestuous Winds and Chromatic Orb. This one.
Ooh, nice. Go for it.
Where is Chromatic Orb? We're gonna do... Let's try Lightning.
Okay.
25.
That will hit.
So it takes 11 lightning damage. And then I have another thing.
It is obliterated by
Okay.
the orb.
And then Heart of the Storm, the other when I cast spell, Jesus Christ. When I cast a spell first level or higher that deals lightning or thunder damage, a creature of my choice within 10 feet, or creatures of my choice within 10 feet take 4 lightning or thunder damage.
Okay.
And so this one... Oop. Wrong tool. Yeah, that one's gonna... A little bolt of lightning is gonna shoot out, and it's gonna hit him for 4 points of lightning.
And there's no save on that?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he gets sparked. Cool. Next up, we got Spoot.
So my last thing didn't work. In an attempt to do a little something and also maybe subtly help Defect, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on the remaining bad guy.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Oh, you hit.
I know, it is a surprise.
You
actually.
hit for 11 radiant damage. Very nice.
Boot flexing those muscles.
And now this creature is glowing with spootiness. There's a little green. There's a little green turtle, kind of like floating right on the soft spot.
Question:
Yeah, go for it.
Is the baton a bonus or a action?
It is an action to use the baton.
It's an action. Thank you. That'd have been nice if it was a bonus.
That would be broken if it was a bonus. Essentially, it's you giving up an action so someone closer in can make an attack.
Yeah, no, when it works, it really, really does work. I was
Cool.
just like, well, maybe I can be like, hit it.
Yep. All right, cool. Next up, it is the Cinderfolk here, who's just going to attack Yield Defect with his battle axe. That is a 20 to hit Defect.
Mm-hmm.
You take 11 slashing damage, reduced to 5. And then you take 10 fire damage.
Ouch.
And Defect, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to swing down here. I'm just going to swing my axe.
Ooh.
Oh, thank God for Guiding Bolt.
Right.
Yeah.
Guiding bolt. So it's an 18.
An 18 just hits. Well, no, an 18 hits. An 18 hits. It doesn't just hit. It does hit.
Okay. 11 points damage.
Yep. He's still up.
And swing number 2.
A
16.
A 16 will not hit, unfortunately.
Dang.
That sucks.
All right, Greg.
Okay, here we go
Sorry.
again. Trying this thing again.
Ray of Frost.
Why are you asking me? Frostbite.
Frostbite.
Same idea. It's DC 16 con save.
He just makes it.
Aww.
Rolls a 16.
Ah. Greg is stomping around frustrated.
That brings us to Paduk. Which is you, Olive.
Oh, right. Sorry.
What did you call her?
Sorry. I keep forgetting that Paduk is me.
Olive is directing Paduk, because y'all have a sidekick now.
Yep. I totally forgot it was me. Cool. He is going to attempt to toll the dead on that thing.
All right. So wisdom save?
Good for him.
It is a wisdom save.
He fails this time.
Excellent. And that thing is injured. So
Yep.
we get
So it's
2d12.
2d12.
21 points of
Holy God.
Yeah, this
Wow.
is ridiculous.
necrotic damage.
Yeah,
Bell ringing damage.
this very pleasant tinkling noise emanates once again from Paduk in a very focused area. So you all hear this very sweet melody, but it hits this thing right in the head, and and you see the fire goes out as it crumples to the ground, dead.
Oh, the sprite killed it.
Yeah.
Of course.
The healing sprite.
All of your enemies have been vanquished thanks to your quick actions. So well done, everybody.
nice.
Good job. I assume you keep heading out of the forest and back to towards the cabin.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Greg is like opening their mouth and closing their mouth and like being like can't decide whether to be mad at Nereus for killing more of them or fascinated at the ways that it was done.
Fair enough.
Paduke is just doing a happy little sprite dance because he helped.
Yep, he is.
It's a powerful cantrip that I wish Spoot had the moral aptitude for.
It's basically the only damage dealing thing Paduke can do.
It is.
No, he has Sacred Flame.
He does have Sacred
Yeah,
Flame.
I didn't think Sacred Flame would be all that effective against fire creatures.
Well, Sacred Flame does radiant damage, not fire damage.
True. That is true.
Everybody always forgets that.
I don't.
Possibly because it has flame in the title.
I just didn't use it on the undead creatures because,
Yeah,
too easy.
You are all good, baby.
Possibly because it says flame in the title is why people forget.
Yeah, so you head on out. You make it out of the Embering Elms and begin walking up, west outside towards the cabin using defects. Well-honed survival check. Olive, back to you. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you fly about
I see what I've come to see, I'm
you
getting
fly.
the hell out there.
Yeah, you flew about 3 hours out that way.
Did
yes,
I thought it was just an additional hour.
it was 2 hours to the structure where you saw all the people walking around, and then it was an hour beyond that.
Okay. That is further than I thought I was flying. I thought I was flying an hour past where I left them.
No, I said you fly 2
Okay.
hours, and then it's another hour.
Great, sure.
So you fly an hour, kind of like it's up to you. You can fly straight back east, or you can fly south.
I would like to fly to the edge of the elms.
Okay, so you kind of veer a little bit more southeast, kind of hoping to get that way.
Yep.
Probably more south than that. Flying out. You feel your wild shape about to drop. You're still over the elms. Go ahead, just make a perception check for me real quick.
18.
Cool. With an 18, you are able to find a place that is devoid of any activity for you to land really quick. Rewild shape. Because you still have one, right?
No.
Or are you out? Okay, so you're
I'm
not.
out of wild
yourself,
shape,
though.
but I still have a polymorph slot.
Okay. Yeah. Is that what you're going to do?
How far out am I still?
Well, you're not too far from the edge of the Embering Elms, but you're still quite a ways from the cabin.
Right.
Well, make a survival check for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
23.
You're still quite a ways from the cabin. Like, you figure 2.5 hours of flying back to the cabin.
Cool.
Yikes.
Yeah, don't love it. Cool. I'm going to polymorph. I'm gonna play a game where I attempt to find something with a faster flying speed at the moment. Boop boop a doop. Oh, come on, why won't you show me that?
I'm not sure there is many more beasts that have a faster flying speed.
Fair. Air elementals, but I don't think I can turn into an elemental as a polymorph.
No.
Swift. How specific can we get with our birds?
Yeah, no, I failed to click off a thing. Alright, fine.
Falcon.
All right.
Nope, I'll be a giant eagle again. I'm marking off a polymorph slot and
All right, cool.
flying as fast and as far as I can.
Yeah, it is getting dark. But in the hour you're able to clear the Embering Elms and land in the regular kind of normal forest. And then you can hike your way back, but it's going to be a while.
Awesome. Great.
Like you're probably a good. You may need to camp out here, kind of deal, unless you
Oh,
want to
no.
walk in the dark.
Awesome. I have dark vision.
Yeah, it's just a matter of do you want to walk at night or not.
I mean, the
Yeah,
forest is probably well lit.
true story.
That's a very good point, actually.
True story, true story. I will keep walking.
All right, cool. Everybody else gets back to the cabin fairly easily without too much problems. It's about an hour after dark by the time you get there. So easy.
When we arrive safely, can
Mhm.
I use the spell slot to send a message to Olive asking her where she is and if she's okay?
Yep. Olive, you have just left your polymorphed form. You figure you've got about you're like 6-hour hike away from the cabin.
Do I see what is the area around me look like?
Trees, bushes. To the north, you
Uh,
can see the glow of the Embering Elms.
Cool. I want to try to find some cover.
Okay.
So I've got 6 hours of walking.
Yep.
I'm going to find some cover.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a short rest.
Yep, you can do that. And you hear Spoot in your mind, checking in, where are you? Or whatever Spoot says.
I'm tell him that I'm on my way back. I'm going to take a short rest and fly the rest of the way. I'll be there in a couple hours.
Okay. Spoot accepts that as an answer.
Okay. You take a short rest. You have your wild shape available again.
Yep. Boop boop doop. Let's fly on home.
Cool. With the glow of the Embering Elms, it's fairly easy to follow the line so as to not miss the cabin. But go ahead, just give me a straight perception check as you fly. Yeah, with a 12, you find yourself in the right area after about an hour of flying, maybe a little less. And you find the cabin and reunite with your comrades.
Great.
As Olive lands and enters the cabin where you are all making ready to spend the evening, that's where we will end tonight's 75th episode
Oh my
of
God!
Nuuli Forged.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Woohoo!
Well done. We had a lot of reunion, a lot of introduction, some trade of information, some new stuff discovered, and even a little bit of combat that you totally demolished the
Yeah.
opposing forces in. So well done, everyone. Good job tonight. Well done. Hope you all had a good time. Thank you, Matt, for being back.
Mhm.
Thank you,
Are
Amber,
you
for
gone
being
next
back.
week?
Yeah, I'm gone forever after this. Actually, it's just a one-time thing.
I will make you get a divorce. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
No.
I'm kidding.
She's-
I'm
He's
kidding.
no longer in New York, so
Yeah,
now.
she is becoming trained to become a medical professional, and therefore it's very important.
and contributing more to society than I ever have.
Right? Aw, don't say that. But yes,
But she hasn't killed any Cinder people.
it's also true.
Yet.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. A big thank you and a big happy birthday to Ives Got It, our glorious moderator
Yeah.
and
Best moderator we've got.
number one fan here. Thank you very much for everything you do. Big shout out and thanks to Jurassic Park for following us. Thank you to King Cosmasi for that gift sub. King Cosmos, that gift sub to Carolee the Druid. Enjoy that sub. Enjoy those emotes that you have access to. And G. Ryan, thank you for coming on in, and thank you to everyone who joined us tonight and spoke in chat. It's very nice to see you. We're going to go around, say our goodbyes, plug anything you want to plug, and I'll figure out who we're going to raid. Let's start up in our corner where we started. Let's start with Defect.
Hey, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next week, episode 76.
Yeah.
We're all soldiers now.
Hopping on down to Greg.
Hello, I'm Amber. I have been Greg, the Goblin Artificer. I don't really have anything to plug. It's fun to be back, and I hope to be back more often. But you know, work life. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Love you. Okay, bye.
Popping over to Olive.
Hey, that's me. My name is Sarah, and I have been Olive. And you should like and follow and subscribe to Nuuli Forged, not just here on Twitch, but also on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. And did I get them all?
Thanks.
And,
I think so.
I think so.
and all those things, because we're at Nuuli Forged in all those places.
Glorious.
That's all. Thanks for watching. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Hopping over to Nereus.
I'm Tanner. I've been Nereus. Thank you for watching, guys, and thank you for those who joined us.
And up to the returned Spoot.
Ta-da! I'm the returned Spoot. And my goal henceforth is to be here more than Amber. So
You already have a backlog of not being here. Thank you very much. I am winning.
that is so true. I can't even argue with that. No, but I hope to be here as much as possible moving forward. So yeah, good to be back. Thank you all for having me.
Great. And I have been Jared. I have been your dungeon master here. If you would like to hear more of Matt and I talk about stuff, we have a podcast called Mid-Level Adventurers that you can catch on all your podcasting platforms, including on YouTube. Today, the episode about character classes went up on YouTube, so you can find that there. And also, today dropped an episode of the Making a Monster podcast, where I am one of 5 creators that contributed to a 3-part series about exploits in Dungeons & Dragons. So if you are interested in learning about the Peasant Railgun or the Quantum Ogre, you can check that out. Yeah. Well, we totally debunk it, so you're going to hate it.
Oh no!
But you can learn all about it over on the Making a Monster podcast. And you should check that out on all the podcasting platforms as well. It's a great conversation between Lucas, the host, and myself, and various other content creators. And they're all great, and they're all smart and intelligent, and it's a fun time.
Yay!
So thank you all for joining us. We're going to raid Total Party Chill. They're playing some Warhammer over there. So it's going to be a good time. So we will see you all then. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye.
See you next week.
Okay, see you.
Ciao.
Bye.